We're also on J98 Web TV tonight. You can watch it at MyMoInfo.com. That's courtesy of Walmart of Fredericktown and Potosi BP in Potosi. Now, Jack Sadler with the camera is actually across the field from us, so it's going to be a little different. I'm describing the action a little bit differently than you'll see it on the camera. But from my vantage point, Park Hill Central set to return, and they'll be working right to left as you look on from center field. But the opposite if you're looking on J98 Web TV. Clayton Egger and the St. Genevieve Dragons ready to kick it off from the 40, and it's a high end-over-end kick fielded back at the 8-yard line by the Park Hill Central Rebels, and here they come on the return and up to the 25, 26, 27-yard line before St. Genevieve brings them down. That was Braden Mannion on the return, and it went about 19 yards to get Central started.
Yeah, well, something right there that could have happened early in this game. Park Hill Central, he fields that ball probably a yard from the sideline. That ball goes out of bounds there. They get the ball at the 35, and they're going to start there. So, maybe an early break there for St. Gen, and here comes the ground and pound attack of Park Hill Central.
And that opening kickoff brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Bill Best and Park Hills, committed to making the big play for their customers. And already we're seeing a different quarterback in there for Park Hill Central. It looks like DJ Buchanan is lined up as the Wildcat quarterback. Hunter Curtois is split to the near side. He's the normal quarterback. They'll try a jet sweep, and running to the left and getting it to the 35 is the Park Hill Central motion man, which was Braden Mannion. And a nice play to start things off for Park Hill Central.
I was looking at the stats here, and it tells you what kind of offensive line that Park Hill Central has, is that they've got 6 guys that have more than 10 attempts, and all those guys that have more than 10 attempts are averaging more than 5 yards a carry. So obviously the offensive line doing something right for Park Hill Central.
And now they've got Austin Caldwell as the Wildcat quarterback. So we'll get to the starters here in a little bit, but first we got to figure it out. And there's the snap and the handoff going to the right side. DJ Buchanan has a nice hole, picks up the first down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's a 5-yard carry by Buchanan. Starting quarterback and backup quarterback are Curtois and Mannion. Neither one of them have taken a snap at quarterback in the first 2 plays.
And he said here in his email that good luck with keeping up on the new formation. So, that's something different than from Coach Swice is he normally kind of keeps this in his back pocket for the second half. So very confident, feeling very comfortable in what he's doing right now, obviously, to show it in the first half.
First down and 10. So Reed Lucas, who wears number 30 on his back, he is an all-state linebacker. He is at the shotgun for the quarterback with Caldwell flanking him to the left. There's the shotgun snap to Lucas. He'll keep it running straight up the gut. And, man, he lowers the boom, gets across the 45 to the 46, about a 5-yard gain for Mr. Reed Lucas.
Yeah, just a nice job. Sometimes it's just better to get it to the running back's hand right away if you're going to run a little blast play, and that gets rid of the handoff or a little pitch play or something like that. Just give it to him and let him go.
I misspoke. Daniel Marlar on the run. Number 30, not number 38. So Daniel Marlar still in there as the shotgun quarterback, so they're sticking with that as of right now. Trips to the left, and Marlar in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and he'll run it directly to the right side. This time, St. Genevieve ready for it. They'll trip him up. He gets maybe a yard on the carry, does Daniel Marlar.
First play right there of St. Gen really kind of knowing what's coming. And let's say I have one of their 2 quarterbacks back there. I would put 8, 9 guys in the box and make one of those running backs beat me with the pass.
And Curtois and Mannion are still in the game right now. They've just been flanked out as wide receivers. Typically the starting quarterback, Hunter Curtois. Typically the starting tailback, DJ Buchanan. Marlar, Mannion, and Jones are listed as wide receivers. Austin Caldwell, the tight end. Colin Best, Gabe Craig, David Dooley, Jordan Elser, and Justin McWilliams along that offensive line. But right now, Central has shown 3 different quarterbacks on this first drive. DJ Buchanan's back there now, sends Marlar in motion, and before the play gets off the ground, we've got a penalty, and a procedure penalty goes against Central, their first of the ball game.
Something like that will always kill the ability to run the football. Now you're getting to a 3rd and long. They've been averaging a good chunk of yardage every time they run the ball, except they're on that last play. So now you're in a 3rd and 9, and Park Hill Central is going to have to be forced to throw the ball here probably.
That was DJ Buchanan at quarterback on that one, but again, that play never got off the ground. We'll see who comes out of it and stands behind center on this one. 3rd down and 9. St. Genevieve has a golden opportunity to get off the field right here for their defense. It will be Hunter Curtois back behind center from the shotgun. He is the starting quarterback most of the time. Marlar comes in motion from left to right. Play action pass. Curtois drops back. He'll fire it deep right side. Picked off. And here comes St. Gen on the return. It's Matt Drury. He'll run out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And just like that, St. Gen's defense steps up.
You get teams to be predictable, Glenn. And if you get them in 3rd and long, you're going to have to throw the football. And Matt Drury, just being a good athlete like we talked about, having a big game. Needed to have a big game, but we thought it was going to be offensively. Nice job. Steps up for the St. John Dragons early here in the first quarter and picks off a pass.
Defensively for Matt Drury, his first interception of the season. Meanwhile, Hunter Curtois has thrown his second interception of the season. And St. Genevieve on offense in that split back veer. Here we go. It is Drury under center and hands it off left side. Brendan Dallas. And Dallas running behind that big offensive line. Only able to get a couple. This is what I'm interested to see, Dusty. Can St. John move the ball on these guys?
Yeah, you were talking about and how good their defense was. I haven't been able to see Park Hills before tonight, obviously, but it will be very interesting. But Brendan Dallas, a third-team All-State running back last year, obviously get the ball into your playmakers' hands, and that's what Coach Weiler and Coach Stoster are trying to do right away.
470 yards rushing for Dallas. Anthony Rowe also gets the start. Matt Drury under center at quarterback. Clayton Negger at receiver. The offensive line coming at you in just a second. Here's a handoff to the fullback, and he gets up the middle but gets pushed back real quickly. It was Dallas again getting that carry after some misdirection, but maybe a yard.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. This is an interesting situation right now. Now you got to have the option to pass or throw. Probably you get 1 or 2 yards here on the run, you might go for it. So now you're looking at a 4-down territory. So it keeps the playbook open, and that's what St. John did, or Central did not do in that first drive.
They'll call it 3rd and 6 from the 41-yard line, Central side of the field. Split backs, one receiver to the left is Negger, and here comes the option play. Drury running right, picks up the first down as he cuts back and gets up the middle across the 30 to about the 29-yard line. 12-yard run by the quarterback. He hit the ball well.
Yeah, he did, and that's Matt Drury being Matt Drury. A good athlete trying to do what he's asked for, but a good read by Matt. Didn't give it to his fullback, had the option, saw a hold, darted upfield, knew exactly where he needed to get.
St. Genevieve has one of their bigger offensive lines this year. George Stiegel at tight end, Lucas Stiegel at the other tight end, Luke Himmerle at tackle, Derek James at guard, Kellen Stiegel at center, the other guard, Devin Brown, the other tackle, Logan Gegg. Under center will come Drury. He takes a look at the defense as he bends underneath Stiegel. Takes the snap, hands it off, and no, he kept it after faking the handoff. Good misdirection we're seeing so far, but he doesn't get much on the play as Central comes up with a stop by Brendan Jones.
Yeah, I think Central right now just has to hit whoever they think has the ball, and if that's the quarterback, if that's the first guy through, you got to make sure that we get contact and wrap up anybody that they think might have the football.
That was Brendan Jones on the tackle. He's the defensive tackle. Colin Bess at D-end. Joe Mitchell at the other D-tackle. Brendan Mayberry is the other defensive end. Linebacking core is excellent. Logan Comfort, Reed Lucas, Austin Caldwell, Kyle Schwantner. Give you the secondary in just a bit. Here's the snap, and it's going to be an option again. Rolling to the right side is Matt Drury. He's dragged down by Daniel Marler, but he gets up near the 20-yard line. 7 or 8 yards on the carry. He'll set up 3rd and short.
3rd and 1 here, again, opens up that playbook. But, I think it's very important. Looking at some stats for St. John, I think it's important that they come down and score early. Outscoring their opponents 42-14 in the first quarter. So far this year, it'd be impressive to score on this impressive defense.
Daniel Marler coming up from his corner spot to make that tackle. The other quarter, Braden Mannion. Jake Bridges is a safety, and he is a sophomore. There's the snap, handoff up the middle, and Rowe may have got just what he needed. He needed a 1 yard. He got 2 to the 18-yard line. Anthony Rowe's first carry yields positive results.
Looks like a pretty good spot right there. I believe it will be enough for a first down. If not, it's going to be short enough where that St. John's going to go for it.
Well, our web TV sponsors tonight, CWI of Missouri and St. Genevieve, and also Midwest Sports Center in Farmington. Again, we're on G98 Web TV at MyMoInfo.com. You can watch this game as St. Genevieve works left to right from my vantage point, but the opposite way from your vantage point if you're online at MyMoInfo.com. They're going to come out and measure this, but it looked to me like he got more than enough for the first down.
Yeah, by about half a yard.
Yep. They didn't even have to stretch the chains out all the way. They knew just by looking at it. First down, St. John Dragons. This drive started right around the 40-yard line after that interception by Matt Drury, maybe back a few yards further, and then that great defensive play set him up in good field position, and against a good defense, it never hurts to have that kind of field position.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's what it comes down to. You hear not just at the high school level, but the pro level, all about field position.
First down and 10, 18-yard line of Park Hills Central. There's the snap, but a flag comes flying in, and this one could be 5 yards on the St. Genevieve Dragons. So far, Central's committed 1 penalty, and if this is against St. Gen, that'll tie that competition up right there. They'll come together and talk about it. And St. Gen's clapping. It's encroachment. It's on Central, so that's 2 penalties for 10 yards against the Park Hill Central Rebels.
When you've got a team driving like this, you can't keep shooting yourselves in the foot, and obviously right now St. John's got a little bit of momentum early on in this game, and I like what they're doing. They're getting to the line, they're getting set, and they're going. They're not allowing Central to really adjust to anything. They're getting up there, going on a quick snap, and able to pick up some quick yardage.
1st down and 5 from the 13-yard line. That gives St. John some options here. Nager is the receiver to the left, and it'll be a pitch to Anthony Rowe. Tries the outside, gets up close to the 10-yard line before being brought down by Reed Lucas. Dusty, you'll be amazed how many times we say Reed Lucas's name tonight. He is all over the field.
He's one of those guys that I definitely recognized from last year. You know, I know he was a running back and a middle linebacker for him last year, and as good as he was last year, you know with another year of experience, he's only going to be better.
So far, Brendan Dallas, 4 yards rushing, Rowe, 4 yards rushing. The leader has been Drury on 3 carries. He's got 21 yards from the quarterback spot. 2nd down and 3 from the 10, and the split backs are Dallas and Rowe. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. I believe this one went to Dallas. He's going to push the pile and get it inside the 5-yard line, or close to the 5-yard line, and it's a 1st down, St. John Dragons.
You know, I wonder if it's Matt just making the decision, or if it's fullback recognizing the hole is there or not there. You know, Matt really kind of keeps that ball out there. It's almost like, here you go. If you want it, you take it. If not, I'm going to pull it back. So I'm going to be interested to see if that keeps on handling, if we can get a better grip, if it's Matt's read or if it's the fullback's first read.
1st and goal from the 6 for St. Genevieve, trying to punch it in. First, Schmelsley is the new receiver out to the right side. Here's the option pitch. It's going to go to Dallas. Central ready for it. Buries it at the 5-yard line. Dallas did a good job evading Braden Mannion just to get a yard out of that. That should have been a loss of 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Brendan Dallas just hit the brakes. Everybody flew by him, and he was able to kind of fall forward for a gain of 1 or 2 there. But, you know, right there, Matt Drury shows another side of that option. You know, instead of handing it off, he finally gets the a little quick pitch, and it's going to be fun to watch this offense go.
Kind of wonder if he shouldn't have kept that one, but they got a yard out of it. Yeah. Nager now is back in at receiver, and Drury's going to come to the line and then go and check the play with the coaching staff. Coach Weiler and Stolzer and company calling that in from the sideline. It will be a timeout. Drury wants to make sure they're on the same page. 2nd and goal for the 5 against the Central defense. Get all your ducks in a row here with 4:29 left to play. We're brought to you tonight by ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre, Benning Ford in Fredericktown, Earth Mother Health Foods, Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington. So the big play so far in this ballgame has been the Matt Drury interception. That's St. Genevieve up to do all of this and strike first against Central.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The other good thing about running an offense like this, Coach Weiler and Coach Stolzer obviously know, maybe the best way to keep such a great running attack is to have their defense out on the field the whole time, and that's exactly what they're doing. This might be a low-scoring game instead of something that we expect normally from St. John and throwing it around and everything. They may try to keep this to a low-scoring game, saying, hey, if we can keep Central's defense on the field a little bit more, we'll milk the clock just as Central likes to do, and then maybe try to win it late or something like that. So a very contrasting style, and I'm very impressed with the read option and the ability of Matt Drury to do that, knowing that he's been in the spread offense for so long and now having to do something like a split veer here.
You're on KTJJ FM, Farmington, Festus, Crystal City, Park Hill. St. Genevieve trying to strike first, 2nd down and goal from the 5. No pass attempts yet for Matt Drury. And he's going to work from the offset eye with one receiver out left. There's the snap and a pitch to Brendan Dallas. Dallas cuts it inside, gets to the goal line, standing up, touchdown. 5-yard run for Brendan. That'll be his 8th touchdown rush of the season, and the Dragons on top 6-0.
Just a good hole there opened up by the right side of the St. John's line. You know, you got to give them credit. They're the non-credit guys. Normally you don't see their names in the paper, but right there, that was all them right there, giving Brendan Dallas that hole to score for 6.
The interception by Drury pays off big time. St. Genevieve strikes first here at home. 4:25 left to play. First quarter. Here comes the extra point from Nager. Drury is the holder. There's the snap. This looks like it might have gotten partially blocked. It goes off the upright and in. Everything going right for St. Genevieve. Have you ever seen that? That hit the upright, bounced on top of the crossbar, and then went over.
No, I think if there wouldn't have been a little bit of a breeze, he might just have sat up there. But, but hey, sometimes you need to be lucky, and it's better to be lucky than good. And right there was a little bit of luck for St. John, and it's 7-0.
7-0 Dragons. 4:25 left to play first quarter from St. Genevieve. We're back in 30 seconds on J98.
ProCare Automotive Repair in Bonne Terre now offers automotive computer programming and updating. Just like your home computer or smartphone requires updating to continue running optimally, sometimes your vehicle's computer does too. On today's vehicles, some problems can only be fixed with computer updates or reprogramming, and some parts require relearning or programming when replaced. From new computer and module programming to updates and reflashes, we can do it all at ProCare Automotive Repair, 358-1112 or procareforyourcar.com.
Start writing that down.
Oh, the ensuing kickoff after the touchdown run by Brendan Dallas is set to come right now. It was a 45-yard drive by St. Genevieve. After the interception by Matt Drury, Brendan Dallas runs it in from 5 yards out to put the Dragons on top. Here comes the kick from Clayton Nager. He's got a good leg, and he gets into this one, backing Central up to the 5-yard line. Here comes Braden Mannion again. He'll try right up the middle, and like a bullet out of a gun, he gets across the 25 to about the 27, and Central will take over there.
Nice job right there, just getting up and lowering his head. I'd really like to see kids do that. Just go with where the wedge is set up. Try to get as many yards. Don't try to be fancy and let the kickoff team come down and get you. You go attack them. Nice job right there.
1st and 10 from the 27. Park Hills Central Rebels go back to work. It was an interception of Hunter Curtois, his last series, and he is in the game under center, and Central goes back to a more traditional set from them. 2 tight ends and 3 backs in the backfield. Curtois takes the snap, hands off Buchanan. Here comes Buchanan. First down run before being tripped up at the 46-yard line. That's a 19-yard carry by DJ Buchanan, and he got the job done.
And Matt Drury just saved a 70-yard sprint to the end zone right there by Mr. Buchanan with a nice arm tackle.
2 carries, 23 yards for DJ Buchanan in this ball game so far, and I think Central just more accustomed to this style of offense. Maybe they were trying to do a little bit too much on that first drive. This is Central Rebel football right here. Here's another handoff. DJ Buchanan again. Big hole to run through. He's got the first down again. About 12, maybe 13 yards as he started up the middle and cut to the outside.
This is kind of what you described earlier to me before we went on air. Just big chunks of yards. You know, DJ Buchanan averaging 6.5 yards, 5 touchdowns, 425 yards on the season already.
He got to the St. Genevieve 42-yard line, and, man, start averaging 11 yards or carry or so like he's been doing on this drive, then just keep on handing it to him. Right now, he's going to be the deep back in this formation, along with Caldwell and Marlar. Actually, they've got number 40 in the ball game now for Central, and that is Drew Harlow. He's the second back behind Marlar. 2 tight end set. Caldwell is the tight end to the near side. Officials got together and talked about something here. Slowed down progress. They have to respot the ball. They got it set now. It's at the 42. 3 backs in the backfield and 2 tight ends for Central. And there's the snap and the handoff. DJ Buchanan again. And when that line gets that kind of push, it makes it easy for DJ Buchanan. He didn't get his best of runs there, but he picked up a nice little handful.
Yeah, but 4 or 5 yards, it's going to keep you. Obviously, it's going to keep the chains moving. It's obviously going to keep the playbook wide open for Park Hill Central. And I've been really impressed with that offensive line. Both offensive lines right now really winning the battle of the trenches.
5-yard carry for Buchanan. 2nd down and 5 at the St. Genevieve 37. Same set here, double tight with 3 backs. The deep back this time is Marlar. Curtois coming under center again. He takes the snap, hands it to the fullback. And Schwantner this time getting the carry. Gets up to the 35-yard line, just inside the 35, between the 35 and 34. That's a 3-yard carry for Kyle Schwantner.
You know, my old football coach, Paul Sauer, always used to say, you get 3 yards on every carry, guys, and we'll never have to worry about turning the ball over. And that's exactly what Park Hill Central is trying to do. Get 3 yards, 4 yards, and they're just going to keep on moving the chain slowly but surely. 3rd down and a short 3 for the Park Hill Central Rebels. It's not the flashiest of offenses, is it? But it certainly is effective. Makes for a quick ball game. Clock's always moving.
Yep, 3 backs, and there's the handoff. Big hole for Buchanan. Cuts to the outside across the 30 to the 25-yard line where he'll be drugged down at the 24. 12 yards again for DJ Buchanan.
He's going to break one. You can see that already tonight. I think Coach Stolzer right now calling a timeout. Going to see what's going on that front line right there. But you can almost see it already early sometime tonight that DJ Buchanan's going to break a big one.
5 carries for 51 yards for DJ Buchanan so far, and Central has brought the ball to the 25-yard line of St. Genevieve, and the Dragons have called timeout. We do have an update game tonight as well. You'll be getting updates from Luke Turnbow from that Potosi-Fredericktown game, and it'll be a unique sounder. You'll know it when you hear it when we'll be ready for those updates. Those are brought to you by Walmart of Fredericktown and Potosi BP in Potosi, so stay tuned for that. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. I've already wasted too much time. Hood's Discount Home Center in Farmington brings you our ball game, though, along with Buckley Towing in Park Hills, Midwest Orthopedic Group in Farmington, American Family Insurance Agent Bill Bess in Park Hills, and a County Do-It Center in St. Genevieve. Well, the Dragons were able to steal the momentum early, but this is the perfect way for Central to kind of take a little bit of air out of the St. Gen sails right now, sustaining a long drive as only Central can do. They just got to make sure they finish it.
Yeah, and if they don't turn the ball over here, you keep St. John's crowd out of getting excited. You know, St. John got excited. They scored early. We need to make something happen right away, but right here, you know, just when you work the clock like this, your fans just quietly get disengaged from the football game again.
This drive started at the Central 27-yard line. Double tight set for Hunter Curtois. He comes under center again. Buchanan is the deep back. It's a play-action pass. Curtois rolls to his right. He's going to chuck it deep. Has a man. Caldwell diving out of bounds. Don't think he made that catch. He did not. That was a miraculous effort, though. I think he came up with it, just didn't keep the feet in.
Yeah, he was close to the sideline. He did catch it, but, again, didn't get that foot down. No, an offense like this, if you can surprise them with that pass there on first down, you know, that's exactly what this offense is capable of doing, is just a little surprise attack.
2:33 left to go first quarter. St. Gen 7, Central nothing. You surprised, Dusty, that the only two pass attempts we've seen have come from Central, not St. Genevieve?
A little bit, just knowing that Coach Weiler liked, and then he used to run the spread as much as they did.
There's the snap handoff. Buchanan right behind that big offensive line gives another nice chunk up to the 20-yard line. 5-yard carry for DJ. 56 yards on 6 carries.
You know, you go back to throwing the football, but, you know, Park Hills Central hasn't been successful. And they're 0 for 2. One an interception and one an incomplete pass. You know, and sometimes that may break momentum. Now you're here in 3rd and 5 again. Is it a pass situation for Park Hills Central? I guess we'll have to find out.
We could be the first game done tonight if it keeps going like this. 3rd down and 5 from the 20-yard line. Park Hills Central Rebels trying to march down and tie this one up. 3 backs for Hunter Curtois. Bends under center, takes the snap, hands it off to the deep back, DJ Buchanan. Gets a nice block, gets to the edge, to the 20, to the 15, ran out of bounds somewhere near the 10-yard line. That's some good running because his blocks weren't quite all there on that one.
There was a hold here. I thought
gotcha.
the fullback there, I didn't get a number, Glenn, but almost a pull from behind. Really, guy wasn't going to catch him, and he pulled him down from behind, and this one's going to come back and make it 3rd and long again for Park Hill Central.
I want to say that was Reed Lucas, who doesn't play a whole lot on offense, but he can play that running back position. I think Lucas on the lead block got caught for the hold. Central's committed 3 penalties now for 20 yards.
You know, that again, it's going to shoot him in the foot. You know, obviously gave him 5 yards down here on the offsides. A offensive holding here that didn't need to happen. You know, that's 2 bad penalties for Park Hill Central earlier in this game.
Now we're going to see Central spread it out a little bit. We've got Jake Bridges, and it's looking like he may line up at quarterback. It'll be he or Buchanan lined up at quarterback. I think it's Buchanan who will actually be the quarterback, and Jake Bridges flanks him to the right. But from a spread formation now for Central, let's see what they've got to up their sleeves. Twins to the left and twins to the right, and again, DJ Buchanan is in as the quarterback.
And you got Mannion split out wide. You know, could this be a trick play, double pass type of situation?
We've seen it before. It's 3rd down and 18 after the penalty from the 33 of St. Genevieve. And it's going to be Bridges actually taking the snap. He hands off to Buchanan, and Buchanan, nice run, gets back to the original line of scrimmage up across the 25 to the 24-yard line. So that's a pretty nice pickup and set you up to where you can go for it here on 4th down and about 10.
Yeah, I mean, you're in that range where if you punt it, you're probably going to kick it in the end zone. You know, unless you got an automatic kicker, it's, you know, you're looking at a, 42-yard field goal. You know, so interesting to see here it go. Big play for St. John's defense. Can they make it 2 stops in a row?
That sound means there's an update loaded up and ready to go. We'll get to that soon, but here comes Jake Bridges from the shotgun. Twins right, twins left. Bridges drops back to pass. He'll chuck it deep on 4th down. One-on-one coverage. Back shoulder. Oh, he bobbled and dropped it. Incomplete. Should have been a touchdown catch, but it goes in and out of his hands. That ended up being a perfect pass. I thought it was underthrown, but he stopped on it and couldn't haul it in.
I think it was underthrown, and then whoever the defensive back was over there just continued to run.
Braden Mannion, the intended target.
Yeah, and he was able just to stop, and it hit him right in the hands. Sometimes you got so much time to think about it, Glenn, that it comes back to bite you instead of being a reactionary play.
So Central passing the ball 0 for 3 today. Bridges makes, I believe, the 4th different quarterback they tried back there today, taking a snap from behind center. So St. John takes over at their own 24-yard line. And again, we'll get to that update from Luke Turnbow as soon as we get a break in action. But St. John holds on defense, and from the split back formation, Drury takes the snap, hands off up the middle. Anthony Rowe, I love the way he runs. He lowers the shoulder and gets up to the 29-yard line for a gain of 5.
Only a sophomore, that's big shoes right there. You come into a program like St. John and the history that they have, and knowing that, you look over here and you look across the field, and Park Hill Central is not small. They're big boys, and Anthony's doing a great job of getting in there and sticking his nose in.
Under 30 seconds left to go first quarter. St. John holding strong in this first, 7-0. Dragons on top of the Rebels. This could be the last play before the break, and then we'll get to that update from Luke Turnbow once the first quarter ends. Under center, Drury takes the snap, and he gets driven backwards. I'm not sure if he was trying to hand the ball off or not, or if he ended up handing it off, but the play went backwards.
He actually did. Him and, is that Mr. Dallas?
It was Brendan, so. Yeah.
I think Brendan and him actually had both simultaneous possession there, and they both got tackled by the same defender from Park Hills.
Well, 6 carries, 13 yards for Dallas, plus a touchdown, and that is the end of the first quarter. 7-0 St. Genevieve over Park Hills Central in the J98 game of the week. Now let's get to that update from Luke Turnbow in Fredericktown.
Battle of 2-2 teams here at Fredericktown High School. It's the Black Cats against the Potosi Trojans, and the Trojans strike first here in the first quarter. 75-yard drive. Blaine Riddle carries it 10 yards into the end zone. The extra point was good. Riddle also had carries on that drive of 27 and 10 yards. And I believe he's already got about 50 yards on 8 carries here in the first quarter. Potosi leads Fredericktown 7-0 here in the early going at Fredericktown High School.
Those are two very, very good teams. By the way, those updates are brought to you by Walmart of Fredericktown and Potosi BP and Potosi. But that would have been a J98 game of the week type of game to call. Problem is, it's the same week as Central St. Genevieve, and you can't not do this game. But telling you, Luke's in for a good one down in Fredericktown tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I know Fredericktown lost a lot from last year, and trying to kind of reload that program. But anytime you got to replace as many good athletes as those two programs have in the past, you're always going to have that little lull. But right about now, week 5, it's time to get it going. Your sophomores aren't sophomores anymore. Your juniors aren't juniors anymore. They've got a half a season under their belt, and they need to start playing at that next level.
Well, we've had one big drive in this game. It came after an interception. It was a short drive for St. Genevieve. It went 45 yards, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by Brendan Dallas. Every big drive of the game is brought to you by ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre. Now St. Genevieve has a 3rd and 7 from their own 28-yard line, and we'll see Drury work from the shotgun. We might see the first pass, but before that, Drew Schmelsley, the lone receiver to the near side, jumps off sides, and it'll be 5 yards on the Dragons.
Not only did he jump off sides, he started sprinting 5 yards down the field. So he obviously forgot the snap count out there, and that's a bad mistake coming out of the quarter. You can understand that in a typical situation, but never want to come out of a break or a timeout and have a penalty.
It backs you up for one thing. It was 3rd and 7. Now it's 3rd and 12. That's going to make it really tough for the Dragons to convert this. So they'll stay from the shotgun. Drury is the quarterback and takes the snap, rolls to his right. Brendan Dallas is the back there and gets a good block as Drury tries to fire it over the middle. Has Rowe to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Telling you, Dusty, Anthony Rowe is a great weapon. He runs the ball well, but when he lines up as a receiver, he can run some precise routes.
Yeah, he did a nice job. Good thing I liked about Mr. Rowe right there in that situation was he knew where the sticks were. He knew exactly where he had to go, and he sat there. Sat about a yard past the sticks, and I really like what Coach Weiler did there. Gave the option for Matt Drury to roll out to his right. Obviously, his throwing side's the right side. And if it's nothing's there, tuck it and run and see what you can get there, too. So, great job. Good play call right there by Coach Weiler.
17-yard pass and catch to the 40-yard line. Let's call it 16 yards as it went to the 39. Anthony Rowe has 8 catches, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns coming into tonight before that last grab. Here's Drury running the option. Pitches back, and it's blown up. Nowhere to go. Caldwell makes the tackle on Dallas, and that was another one Drury probably should have held on to. They're lucky that wasn't a fumble and 6 points for the Rebels.
Yeah, you can definitely see Park Hill Central knowing, when they line up in that kind of split veer, split eye, or split backfield, whatever you want to call it, that it's going to be a run. Is it time maybe now that at least just to keep them honest? Do you do a little play action throw just to keep Park Hill Central on us. Right now they've got 9 guys in the box basically expecting a run.
And it's going to be a play-action pass. Drury rolls out to his left, and he gets sacked. 2 Crown Collision Center collisions of the game in a row, and Drury goes back all the way to the 25-yard line. Brendan Jones again.
Yeah, he had a couple receivers over here that were open. He just needed to lead them to the sideline a little bit there. And, nice job by the front 4 of Park Hill Central blowing that up and seeing very predictable, Right now, you're in 3rd and long. If they don't throw it deep, it's going to be some kind of draw play or a quick handoff just so that they don't lose it here.
How about Brendan Jones, Dusty? We've called his name a couple of times. He's getting in the backfield with regularity.
Yeah, a nice job. Anytime you can get through this St. John line, big guys up front, you're doing a heck of a job.
10.5 left to play in this first half. St. Genevieve will work from the shotgun. Trips right, 1 receiver left. Drury's going to drop the underneath screen. Has it completed there, and a big hit again. Crown Collision Center collision of the game by Reed Lucas. Almost looked helmet to helmet. It's still going to be 4th and long as the wide receiver just couldn't pick up a whole lot after the catch.
Reed Lucas and number 49, Austin Caldwell, just blew up St. John's receiver right there. So didn't get the first down. 4th and call it 15 here. And St. John's going to be forced to punt, but nice job right now. Nice play field position. Mr. Smelsley get a good one off here.
It was Tate Meyer on the catch, but it only went for a handful of yards. 4th down, 14 from the 35, and here comes the punt snap to Smelsley, and this one is not a very good one. He shanked it off the side of his foot and it goes straight out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Ouch.
Yeah, that's the same field position that St. John's scored on. Short fields with both these offenses and both these offensive lines being able to control the game for the most part up to this point. Short field position is not a good thing.
With Central's offense struggling a little bit in this first half, the Central defense, you can tell on that drive, was trying to get something going with some of those huge hits.
Yes, and that's momentum right there. Now you come out, and if you can punch one in here on a play, maybe get a big play from Mr. Buchanan that we've been talking about.
1st down and 10 from the 42. After it was angled out of bounds on the punt. There's the snap, there's the handoff, and a good tackle at the line of scrimmage by one of those St. John D linemen. Buchanan was going nowhere. I've said this before, it's not often Buchanan goes backwards. Not sure he went backwards, but he sure didn't go forwards.
Yeah, nice job. Sustaining and digging in deep right there with the St. John's front 4. You know that they're going to run the ball. They're not a team that's going to try to take one deep probably, so good job by the defense of St. John.
2nd down and 10 after Buchanan gained 0. He'll remain as the deep back with a 3-back formation for Hunter Curtois. 2 tight ends, one on the right, one on the left. Hugging the line. There's Curtois under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to his fullback this time, and a big hole for him. He gets up to across the 35-yard line before he is brought down. That's Reed Lucas back in there on offense.
That was a nice job right there. I like the misdirection. Send Buchanan and your quarterback out to the left and just hand it back to the right side for your fullback. Nice job. Good play call by Coach Swice and his staff.
I called him Lucas again. It's Marler again. I'm getting 30 and 38 mixed up back in that backfield. So Daniel Marler on that last carry makes it 3rd down. 3 yards to go. Curtois on 3rd and short. Takes the snap, hands it off. This will be Marler trying for the outside. A big block, and he's up the sideline. 1st down yardage. Inside the 20 he goes, and up near the 10-yard line, it looked like. We'll see where they spot him out of bounds, but, man, he had wide open space in front of him next to that O-line. Looked like a guard pulled and led the way for it.
Yeah, free safety Matt Drury makes the stop, but, again, they just ran the same play to the opposite side right there. St. John's got to stay disciplined, keep contained right there. They're getting up. Sometimes when you pull that guard, that defensive lineman thinks they got a free shot. Well, you got to remember about your responsibilities and staying deep in the backfield.
Well, he didn't get the 10-yard line. He made it to the 19. He stepped out of bounds well before I had thought. So there's the snap, handoff Buchanan. Buchanan with a nice hole, and then starts carrying some people up to the 5. Breaks through again, touchdown. 19-yard run, DJ Buchanan. A punishing run by a sophomore, and Central's on the board with 8 minutes to play in the first half.
Very elusive right there by Mr. Buchanan. Took on a couple hits, bounced off, kept his balance, and was able to get in. But, you really go back to the bad punt by Drew Smelsley there, and good starting field position. Both teams only having to go not even half the field to get their scores.
42-yard drive. That makes it 7-6. 7:59 left to play, second quarter. Here comes the extra point snap as Braden Mannion's back to hold. Bridges to kick it through. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good from Bridges. 7-7. We're tied up after a 42-yard drive is capped off by a 19-yard touchdown run by DJ Buchanan. 7-7 is the score. 6th touchdown of the year for DJ. You heard the sounder from back in the studio, so that means we're ready for another update from Fredericktown. Let's go to that right now with Luke.
Well, Glenn, you told me Aaron Benson was very exciting to watch, and he just unleashed one as far as he could throw it down the sideline. Austin Cooley picked it out of the air, and he was off to the races into the end zone, 81 yards out. Extra point good. The Potosi Trojans lead the Fredericktown Blackcats 14-0. Fredericktown, they have been moving the ball, but once they get into the red zone, Potosi is putting a stop on things with their defense. So the Trojans now lead Fredericktown 14-0. We have 8:11 to go in the second quarter. But right as I speak, Fredericktown has returned the kickoff into the end zone for a touchdown. So we got ourselves a ball game again. It's 14-6, Potosi over Fredericktown. Back to you guys.
All right, so some fireworks going on in that ball game. And yes, Aaron Benson is an exciting quarterback. Kind of puts that St. Genevieve game into perspective from last week, letting Potosi hang around. Well, Potosi's pretty good. Here comes the kickoff after the touchdown run. It's going to go out of bounds, setting St. Gen up with some good field position. We got a tie score, 7-7, with 8 minutes left to play in the first half.
You know, it sounds like Potosi's got the bend, don't break type of defense going on tonight, and then your special teams give something up big like that, and that could always be a turning point. So here we go. Let's see what kind of response we're going to get from St. Jen's offense right here and see if they can't kill some clock and see what happens right here before half.
Big playmakers for Central. DJ Buchanan, 9 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown unofficially. St. Genevieve has spread it around. Brendan Dallas has 7 carries, but only 11 yards. He does have a touchdown run. Matt Drury has 3 carries for 21 yards. And he's also 3 for 3 on his completions for 23 yards. But really, after getting that short field on that first possession and going down there to score, Central's defense has certainly responded since then. St. Jen's going to start at the 35 after the illegal procedure on the kickoff.
You know, and you spoke of it before they even took the field, their offense. This defense with the 3 punishing hits in a row really set the tone here in the second quarter.
Tight formation for St. Genevieve. Nager is the receiver, but he's more of a flanker on the right side. Here's a play-action pass. Drury scrambling for his life. Just needs to get rid of it. Throws to the sideline looking for Rowe. Incomplete. Even if he caught it, he's only going to get to the line of scrimmage probably and not much more. So 2nd down and 10, Drury's first incompletion.
He tried to keep it alive as long as he could and did a good job just throwing it away. And Anthony Rowe did everything he could to come up with that catch, but just out of the outstretched arms.
2nd down and 10. So they started in this split-back veer, but Nager was always lined up wide right. Now they've moved him to more of a flanker position right on the end of the line. More of a running formation, but they're passing out of it.
Yeah, and you have to. You have to at least keep Park Hill Central honest, you know, and I think that's what they're trying to do right now. We talked about that a little bit after that was first 2 punishing hits last.
Schmelsley in at receiver now. Here comes that read option again. Drury's got some room to run. He's across the 40-yard line, brought down from behind by Drew Harlow to the 45-46. A gain of 11 and a first down, St. Genevieve.
And that's exactly what a pass play does. Even if you don't complete it, and that's what Park Hill Central done to be so successful here in this first half too, is even if you don't complete it, it loosens up your D-backs. You can put 8 or 9 guys in the box still, but at the same time, you've got to respect the throwing ability of Matt Drury and the offensive paralysis of Coach Weiler.
Drury has been St. Jen's best rusher so far, 32 yards on 4 carries so far. Brennan Dallas, although he has the touchdown, he's gone backwards on his last 2 carries. Not really his fault. He's gotten them pitched to him with nowhere to go.
Right.
First down and 10 from the 46. Split backs, man in motion. Anthony Rowe will motion to the left side as a receiver, then turns into a lead blocker as they give it to Brendan Dallas, and Dallas should be close to another first down. Running left, right behind Anthony Rowe. I like that play.
Well, and that's what you talked about with Anthony Rowe, being able to go out wide and being a good athlete and able to catch the football. You have to respect him as a receiver when they move him there, and it was a nice play call right in. Once he gets to the edge, Matt Drury knows to hike or snap the ball then, and a quick little pitch to Brendan Dallas.
And Dallas now doubles his rushing total. He's up to 22 yards rushing on 8 carries after having 11 before that one. Ball now in Central territory, 42-yard line of the Central Rebels. So the Dragons, leave it to them to figure out how to move the ball on this defense. And not that they're running all over the place, they're getting first downs. Drury comes under center again with the split backs. Here's the read option again. Drury's going to keep it and be brought down. Guess who it is? Reed Lucas, and he's fired up about it. It's a loss of about 4 to 5 yards back to the 46-yard line, loss of 4.
Yeah, good decision, even though it was a loss of yardage there by Matt Drury, because number 10 from Park Hill Central, Brandon Mannion, was just shadowing Brendan Dallas on that pitch, getting ready for that pitch play too. Almost if Matt pitches it, it's probably blown up maybe for a fumble.
It's amazing how Lucas can go sideline to sideline like the way he does.
He's very quick, and he's able to get in the backfield. I mean, that's 4 yards, 5 yards deep, and he's already 4 or 5 yards off the ball.
Second down and 14. There's the snap. They fake the handoff and then pitch it out to Anthony Rowe. Makes a nice little juke move and gets positive yardage, and really a good chunk, maybe 10 yards up to the 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard run, still short of the first down, but that was a good open field move by Anthony Rowe.
Very good move by Anthony Rowe, but at the same time gets him back into the manageable position. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, whatever you want to call it right here. So that opens the playbook. You got to protect the run, you got to protect the pass, and your defensive line can't pin their ears back and go for Mr. Drury.
3rd down and 3, 35-yard line at Park Hill Central. St. Genevieve Dragons, here they come. One receiver to the right and split backs with a 2 tight end set. Drury under center. He'll take the snap, and they will hand it off. Brendan Dallas, and Dallas got deep before he fully got the ball, but picks up the first down up to the 26-yard line for a 9-yard carry. And that's Matt Drury right there, holding that ball in there as long as possible, and you still have that chance for him to pull it back out, but he left it in the hands of Dallas, and Dallas did the rest.
Yeah, that was a really good read right there by Matt Drury. But the most impressive thing, and I know it's only been a half yet, but for Matt Drury to understand what it takes to win a football game, he could have maybe pouted a little bit, and I know he's not that type of kid, but, it was all about him in the passing game.
There's the snap, handoff again to Dallas on another good read. Dallas across the 20 to the 19, 7-yard carry, and this seems to be what's working now against Central's defense is it is misdirection. They're not sure who's going to get the ball, and I don't know if they've been tested by this good of an offense to this point in the season.
Yeah, you're exactly right. If it's broke, don't fix it type of mentality right now by St. John. But a lot of respect for Coach Stolster, Coach Weiler, Coach Sherry, and all the staff, to realize that something may not be effective as the spread offense, and to be able to change this and get the kids to buy into it is a great thing. 2nd
down and 3. Looked like Drury wanted the handoff after the snap, but I think he maybe bobbled it a little bit, just decided to keep it, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. We're under 5 minutes to play, and we're still tied 7-7, and the Dragons are driving here.
Matt Drury a little limping, comes up limping a little bit. Hope it's nothing too serious. Looks like he's going to stay in the game. Tough kid.
Yeah, he's a tough kid, and he's an intelligent kid. I was really impressed when we came out to the training camp and reported from St. Genevieve just how smart he is and how well he knows the game.
Yeah, he is, and he's a heck of a basketball player, and I know I have to deal with him this year, and be glad when he graduates.
Dusty Wingert, head coach of the Valley Catholic Warriors basketball team. Here comes Rowe in motion from the backfield. They'll pitch it to Dallas, and again, Rowe leading the way for him. He gets inside the 20 to about the 16. 3-yard carry right at the sticks. Be close to see if he got the first.
Looks short from where the side judge is at, but they are going to call it out and measure. But obviously, you're at this position and in this point in the field that it's going to. Oh, no measurement needed.
It looked like, just watching him run, that he had gotten more than 3 yards, but then to see where they spotted it, I was like, well, maybe he didn't get it. But no measurement needed. Like you said, it is a first down. They'll call it the 16. First down and 10 from the 16. 4:20 left to go, and this is some ball control offenses we're seeing tonight from St. Genevieve and Park Hill Central. Dragons break the huddle, and they're coming back to the line. We're brought to you by Crown Collision Center in Farmington, Donaldson Cycles of Park Hills, Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve. It's been, overall, an impressive game to watch, seeing the way these two teams play football.
Yeah, it really has. And Matt Drury just watching the play clock tick down. That's a good clock management.
Read option again. Drury running to the left side. And you're right. Yeah, the Dragons are kind of shortening this game the way Central would. Drury gets a 6-yard carry. After the read option, he decided to keep it himself.
You can hear some of these St. Gen fans being, hurry up. You can hear it. They're so used to that quick, spread offense type of thing, to where now they're going to have to adjust that, hey, this is what's working. This is the game plan. We're going to run some and take some time off the clock.
I wonder if Coach Schweiss has ever had a team try to shorten the game on him. Usually he's the guy doing that to other coaches, so this is interesting. Second down and 4 from the 10 for St. John now. And we'll watch that play clock tick just about all the way down. It gets down to 6 seconds. They pitch it to Dallas, and he's blown up in the backfield. Kyle Schwantner with the tackle, and then gets up and tells him about it. Another Crown Collision Center collision of the game as Dallas couldn't go anywhere that time.
Yeah, Kyle Schwantner right there just took a gamble that they were going to run the same play they did a couple minutes ago when they put Anthony Rowe in motion, and he guessed right on that situation. I guarantee you Coach Weiler took note of that, and there will be a pass play out of that formation here shortly.
Well, Dallas goes backward for the third time in this game. Third down and 7, 13-yard line for St. Genevieve. Looking to convert as we're down to 3 minutes to play. There's the snap, and Drury fakes the handoff, runs up the middle, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, 13-yard run. What a play by the Dragon quarterback.
It looked like if that play was almost a bust. Looked like he tried to give it off to that lead man through. Something had him pull it back. I don't know if it was a bad exchange, but he was able to tuck it and run. Nice job, Mr. Drury, to give St. John another lead.
13-7. That's Drury's first rushing touchdown of the season, his 7th total if you combine it with his passing touchdowns. And this read option for St. Genevieve, it's the best I've seen them run it. It's been impressive.
You know, that caps a 65-yard drive and takes almost 5 minutes off the clock.
13-7. Nager now for the extra point. He's going to boot that one through. 2:57 left to play first half. Dragons on top 14-7 and a great ball game so far. Wouldn't expect any different from these two teams. Let's break for 30 seconds. It's the game of the week on J98 and J98 Web TV.
As you listen to your printer, remember, when you buy ink or toner cartridges from Cartridge World instead of an office superstore, you'll save money on every page you print and save the environment. Stop overpaying for ink and toner. Try 100% guaranteed cartridges from Cartridge World. Yeah, printing sounds better when you're saving money. Cartridge World. Why pay more to print?
Hi, this is Jeff at Cartridge World of Farmington in the Maple Valley Center.
This is Bob Stolzer, head football coach, St. Genevieve Dragons, and you're listening to Dragon Football on J98.
And Dragon fans got to be happy with what they're hearing so far against a 10th-ranked Park Hill Central team. They've scored 2 touchdowns on this Central defense that's only given up 1 touchdown all season long through 4 games. And they've done it running the football, which if you tell most people that St. John's going to be able to run on Central like they are tonight, they'd probably think you're crazy.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, I think I'm probably in the biggest awe of anybody not being able to see these guys, knowing that St. John was such a prolific passing team, and the way they're executing right now is fantastic.
Here's a short kickoff picked up at the 13-yard line. He's going to try the middle and got a hole out of it. Daniel Marler, this kid is dynamic, returning kicks and punts. He gets to the 38-yard line. That's about a 25-yard return by Daniel Marler. Sets up Central pretty well. Now, with 2:49 to go first half. In the past, you think, well, Central's running offense might not be able to get down the field quick enough. We might see Central go back to that spread again and try to do some different things and move the ball.
Well, the one thing that the spread may do here in the situation is open up DJ Buchanan. You know, if you spread, you go 4 wide, that creates obviously St. John to spread out, and it only leaves 1 or 2 linebackers in there to tackle Mr. Buchanan out of the backfield.
That being said, they'll stay in the power formation. They do have 3 timeouts, so certainly don't have to be in too big a hurry. It's going to be a pitch left to Buchanan. Buchanan in the open field. He's so dangerous. He's going to pick up a first down across midfield, right at the 50-yard line for a 12-yard gain for DJ Buchanan.
Yeah, nice job right there. If you're going to pick up 12 yards, you don't need to worry about throwing the football very much, do you, Glenn?
No, you don't. And he's got 10 carries for 95 yards in this game. 9.5 per.
That's pretty good. That's going to leave you in a lot of good situations.
So at the midfield, 50-yard line, right next to that SG here at the Dragons' lair. 3 backs, and there's the snap handoff straight up the gut. DJ Buchanan. He's going to push the pile, get 3 to 4 yards into St. Genevieve territory.
Nice job by St. John. Just right now, they just need to make sure they tackle and gang tackle and watch that clock. And put Central in a position they're not comfortable, and that's obviously throwing the football.
Second down and 7 from the 47-yard line. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. Central trails 14-7. There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff running near side. I believe this is Marler. It is Marler making some miss. Gets the first. He will not go down easy. Up to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards for Daniel Marler.
Right there, that's what we're talking about. You cannot miss him. If you get a chance to wrap him up, you've got to make sure that we get that chance. And I see Matt Drury getting slow off the turf again. You know, you got to wonder if there's any ability to get him out on the defensive side of things. If there's no option, obviously you got to keep him in there.
This is a huge possession right before halftime. St. Genevieve would love to stop Central trying to go down and tie it up. Here's a handoff to the far side, goes to Daniel Marlar. Daniel Marlar, good job on the cutback, gets it near the 30-yard line. Gain of about 6 for Daniel.
Yeah, nice job. I really like how they're bringing Buchanan one way and then handing it off, almost like a little trap play or counter play. And it's been effective. Three times I know for sure that's went for positive yards.
2nd down and 4. We're down to 92 seconds left to play first half. Under center snap, Curtois. It's a play fake. He's dropping back to pass. Fires out to the right, looking for Buchanan. Nearly makes a miraculous one-handed catch, but it's incomplete. And Central still hasn't completed a pass. Curtois 0 for 2. Bridges 0 for 1. And Curtois is actually now 0 for 3 after that incompletion.
Well defended right there by Luke Gettinger, on the rollout. Nice job by the linebacker to make sure that they got eyes and ears on Mr. Buchanan.
Minute 26 left to play. Second quarter. Marlar's going to be lined up as a receiver in the slot. Braden Mannion is wide right. DJ Buchanan and Jake Bridges are in the backfield. Which one will take the snap? Looks like Bridges. Bridges hands off to Buchanan. Buchanan starts left, runs right. St. Jen swarms it. That'll bring up 4th down and 2 to 3 yards here.
Big play right there, and I'd be surprised if Central runs a play here without calling a timeout, knowing they got 3 left before half. Such a big possession here.
What that run did do for Buchanan, it broke the 100-yard plane. 12 carries, 100 yards for DJ Buchanan. 4th down and 2 from the 33. Here comes the spread set. Twins right, twins left. Buchanan is the back, and Bridges is the quarterback. Handoff up the middle, Buchanan. He's got the first down, lowers the shoulder as he gets up to the 20-yard line. And first down, they'll stop the clock to move the chains with 48 seconds to go.
And that's what we were talking about, Glenn. You go 4 wide, and it's Buchanan in the backfield, and 2 linebackers right now. It's basically a 5-on-5 game in the box, and I think Park Hill Central has got to take their chances with that.
Jake Bridges still at quarterback. Clock winds as they've got the ball set. Twins left, twins right, down to under 40 seconds. Shotgun snap, Bridges. Slant route goes to Braden Mannion. Mannion, little head and shoulder fake, gets to the 12-yard line. He'll be brought down after a gain of 8, but the clock's going to keep running because he didn't get the first. I don't believe. No, he did not.
Timeout by Park Hill Central, though.
Yeah, and they had 3 left to start this drive. That's going to be, they're in good shape time-wise. 32 seconds left with 2 timeouts still left to go. And that's the first completion now we've seen in the game. Bridges, who's actually the 3rd option at quarterback for Central, has the first completion of the ball game for these Central Rebels. And it goes to Braden Mannion, who's the backup quarterback. That's the kind of things that Central can do on offense. And actually, up until this drive, this kind of set hasn't been successful against St. Jen, but tell you what, they've certainly got it in the repertoire, and you got to be ready for everything if you're Coach Stolzer and company.
Yeah, you do, and I think Coach Weisen is the same way. I would hate to have been a defensive coordinator this week going against both these teams. You prepare for the spread, you got to prepare for the veer, you got to do the same thing for both teams. You got to, obviously, for St. Jen, they've had to prepare for about 3 or 4 quarterbacks now, and who may take the snap. So this week, I'm sure the defensive coordinator got very little sleep.
32 seconds left in this first half. Central has the ball at the St. Jen 12-yard line after Bridges completed an 8-yard slant to Braden Mannion. Bridges still in at quarterback. He is a sophomore. Braden Mannion is wide right. Marlar slot right. 2 more receivers out left. The back is Buchanan. Bridges takes the snap, and he's going to run in behind Buchanan. Making men miss. Gets inside the 10-yard line, but St. Jen's defense overall does a good job stopping that one. Central can use another timeout here if they so choose. Looks like they will. With 26 on the clock.
The clock's going to stop just enough to get him to
he got the
first down. Yeah. So now here, man, this could be a huge 26 seconds for the St. John defense right here.
And they don't need to use the timeout because of the clock stopping after the first down. Handoff Buchanan. He delivers a punishing hit, getting it up inside near the 5-yard line for a gain of about 4 for Buchanan. 17 seconds left, and now Central will take their second timeout, so still in great shape.
Yeah, but right there, St. John has to wrap up. They put 2 good hits on DJ Buchanan. He spun out of both of them because that's exactly what they were hits. You gotta make sure you wrap up and make sure that he goes to the ground on that first initial contact.
So 2nd down and goal to go from the 5-yard line after that run by Buchanan. Buchanan has 105 yards rushing on 14 carries today, plus a touchdown. And Central's trying to march down and tie it up right before half. 17 seconds left to go. So who's kind of got more in the tank as we go into the break right now? St. Jen's defense, who has got to be feeling it a little bit, with Central just kind of running it right at him and punishing him on offense.
I mean, 17 seconds. If you're Coach Stolzer right now, you're telling him, give me 17 seconds to get us into the halftime with a lead, and go from there. It'd be a huge momentum swing right here if Park Hill Central can score in these last 17 seconds.
Alaric Jones, Kyle Schwantner are the receivers out to the left from the spread. Marler and Mannion are wide right. Bridges still the quarterback. Buchanan is the back, flanking Bridges to the right. Bridges from the shotgun, takes the snap from the 5. It's a slant right. Drury breaks it up. It was still almost caught. Incomplete. He was looking to the left side on the slant to Alaric Jones. Third down with 13 seconds left.
Matt Drury saw that play happening the whole way, and he almost had his second interception on the goal line or in the end zone right there for St. John Dragons. But he did enough to break it up, and that's what you want right there.
That was a great play by Drury, but he's thinking, man, if I could have just held on to that, we go to halftime with a 7-point lead.
Yep.
Didn't work. So 3rd down and 5. That play actually scored on Fredericktown a few weeks ago in a game that I had called to the same receiver, Alaric Jones. That time, not happening. Twins right, twins left. 3rd and goal from the 5. And Bridges with Buchanan in the backfield takes the snap, drops straight back, steps up in the pocket, and he's brought down, sacked at the 10-yard line. With 7 seconds left, will Central use their final timeout? Clock's still ticking. They're going to go ahead and call this timeout with 3 seconds now on the clock. But St. Genevieve, I don't know who to give credit to the sack to. Derek James was back there. Jamerson was back there. That defensive front did a great job.
Yeah, nice job right there. Kind of a coverage sack. He dropped back. Looked like they wanted to run the same little pick play on the two wide left there and wasn't able. So now the question is, if you're Coach Swice, obviously, do you go for a field goal here, which most teams may if you have confidence in your kicker? It looks like
Bridges is a pretty decent kicker. You're right.
But here, is this the situation where you pull out the first trick play right before half and some kind of fake?
Look who the holder is. It's
Yes.
Braden Mannion. So you're absolutely right. St. John's got to be ready for that. They've got the kicking formation on the field. So the line of scrimmage is the 10. They'll spot the ball after it gets snapped at the 18-yard line. So it's about a 28-yard field goal for Jake Bridges as we go into halftime on 4th down and goal.
And Coach Stolzer is going to try to ice the kicker here.
I saw him do this against Valley, and it worked going into halftime.
Well, right now it's something. If you're St. John, do you go? You may try to go after it. If you're Park Hill Central, you may try to fake here. A lot of different things. And Coach Stolzer probably wanted to see what kind of lineup they had out there. Who was holding, obviously. And you see they have a quarterback as their holder, which brings a lot of different things into play. So a very interesting last 3 seconds here. But right now, if you're St. John, knowing if it's not a fake, at worst, you're going into the lead with a 4-point lead.
I'm almost just sending my defense out there and saying, look, play the fake. If they kick a 28-yard field goal on us before halftime, so be it, but play the fake.
I would probably agree with you. Just if they get it off, get it off. Yep.
So 4th down and goal from the 10. Stay tuned for the Auto Spa Car Wash halftime show. That's coming up. You'll hear highlights from around the area and a rundown of all the scores. We haven't had a time to get to the scores. This game's been so jam-packed with action. 3 seconds left. And what looks to be a field goal attempt for the Park Hill Central Rebels going into halftime. 28-yard field goal. Mannion on the hold. There's the snap. Gets it down. Here's the kick from Bridges. It's up. It's end over end. It is good. And a field goal, 28-yarder going into the break. Puts Central down by 4 points, 14-10. What a first half, Dusty.
And we talked about it. Maybe a low-scoring game is what both these teams wanted. We saw it. A lot of ground and pound by both teams. Obviously very effective for both teams, but just a good job right there, and St. John's got to be pleased going into half with a +4 advantage.
Clock strikes 0 on the first half from the Dragons Lair. Glenn Johnson and Dusty Wingert with you. We're about ready for kickoff, heading to the second half, and St. Genevieve gave up a field goal before the break, but they do get the ball back to start the second half, and the Dragons are back to return, and St. John or Central will have Jake Bridges kicking this one off from the 40. We'll give you some first half totals as well coming up after the kickoff. Here's the kick to the 15-yard line, fielded there. Here comes Clayton Nigger, cuts to the outside, breaks a tackle to the 30, gets to the 37-yard line, a return of about 22 yards. 6 seconds gone by in the third quarter, 14-10 St. John Dragons, and they're back on offense.
Yeah, I thought there was 3 crucial things that happened in the first half. Obviously Matt Drew's interception to get things going for St. John. Park Hill Central comes out and sets the tone right before their touchdown drive with 3 blown up hits on St. John guys. And then I forgot, as I'm thinking about it, the drop touchdown in the end zone. Park Hill Central could be up 17-14 right now if it wasn't for that drop.
And that was on 4th down. St. Genevieve comes to the line. Just so you know, Central actually outgained the Dragons 170 to 128 for total yards in that first half. The big difference being the interception by Matt Drury on defense. So good job by him. And he's got himself a 4-point lead as he stands under center. Takes a snap, hands off, running to the near side. This is Anthony Rowe. There's that Central defense. Caldwell with the initial hit. Then came the Cavalry. He gets not much. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
I think this is going to be interesting in the second half, especially if St. John can hold on to a small lead. And the interesting thing will be is how conservative do you get, and when do you get that conservative? Do you just start now and say, all right, we're going to run, and only throw if we absolutely have to or we see an opportunity to? Or are you going to keep your playbook open as if it's a first quarter type of game?
Brendan Dallas had 11 carries for 35 yards in the first half and a touchdown. Anthony Rowe now has 6 carries for 23 yards. And Matt Drury, 8 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. There's the snap, handoff, running to the right side. Pushing the pile up to the 40-yard line is the running back. Did he not quite get that far? I saw 2 different piles for him there, and I think I looked at the wrong one. I don't know if he got to the 40. A short gain. Yep, he did get to the 40-yard line for a gain of about 3 yards.
A little misdirection there. Anthony Rowe runs left there, and then they hand it right back to the right side to Brendan Dallas. Nice little trap play. Another play that keeps the defense honest.
Matt Drury was 2 of 4 in that first half for 23 yards, so not a whole lot of passing in this game. The completions went to Rowe for 17 and Meyer for 6 yards. 3rd down and 7 from the 40. The Dragons looking for a 3rd down conversion. Split backs with 1 receiver to the right. There's the snap and a handoff. It's delayed. Goes to Brendan Dallas. He gets 1 yard. 4th down and 6 coming up. We're going to see a Dragon punt.
Yeah, I guess that's... I probably would have liked to see a pass there. Obviously, you're 3rd and 7. You got a quarterback that can do it. Maybe that's where you go to that spread them out type of formation and see what you can get. An incomplete pass is the same thing what you just ran right there.
Drew Schmelsley will stand at the 25-yard line looking to punt this one away. Braden Mannion's back to return. There's a snap. Schmelsley gets off a much better punt this time than his last one that went straight out of bounds. It'll take a St. Genevieve bounce at the 35 and roll back to the 25, inside the 25 to the 24. And that's where the Rebels will take over. Last year in that playoff game, Dusty, I think I mentioned this earlier as well, it was the first time since I've been here in my 4 years of calling games in Southeast Missouri that I had seen a Colt Stolzer team get out-adjusted at halftime, and Central was able to do that. Let's see what happens in this second half.
Yeah, but Coach Weiss also told us that he had some tricks up her sleeves heading into that game, and he held off. He pulled everything back to that second half, thought they could keep it close. He opened it up from the get-go. 3 or 4 quarterbacks out of the first two sets of offensive plays.
There's the snap. There's the handoff. And running right into a big line of St. John defenders is the Central running back. Not much. A gain of 2 yards. 2nd down and 8.
And I still think there's a trick play. But like you said, you talked to Coach Stolzer on your radio show or your game show a couple weeks ago. They're going to play each other probably another time, So, again, how much do you show this first time? And would you rather win in week 5 or 11 or 12 or wherever they may meet? So, it'd be interesting to see what we see.
Pitch to Buchanan, running to the right side, cuts it back to the inside. He's so good stopping on a dime and getting a few extra yards out of it. It gets to the 31. That's a gain of 5 yards for DJ Buchanan. Already over 100 yards rushing, 112 yards on 16 carries.
Yeah, but he does exactly what you're asking. He gets behind those big linemen that he's got, and really, it's 100 plus yards already for him, and a lot of those yards have been given to him by that offensive line.
The show you were referring to earlier, the Big River Broadband Football Roundtable, Bob Stolzer is going to join us on Tuesday, and it was Coach Schweiss who was on a few weeks ago saying, I don't know how much I want to show St. Genevieve this week, and we'll see how much that comes into play. Here's a handoff to the fullback right up the gut. He was met immediately, but pushed the pile, got to the 35-yard line. That should be enough for the first down to move the chains.
I guess the only thing you can talk about this game meaning it could come down to home field advantage. Central having to come over to St. John again. Their last 3 meetings would be now at St. John, and you got to think that a home field advantage game would give the Rebels a little bit more advantage.
Dragons always play better on this turf, no doubt. Here's a pitch left side, far side of the field, goes to Buchanan. Buchanan, with some great vision, gets across the 40 to the 47-yard line.
I like how he spins, and he's just able to keep his feet. Your feet are always moving. He's never standing still, and he's got great balance, is DJ Buchanan.
42-yard line, but a gain of 7 and 119 yards rushing for DJ Buchanan. 2nd down and 3, again from the 42-yard line for the Park Hills Central Rebels. Drew Harlow in at fullback. Marler also back there in the backfield. And there's the snap, and it's going to be a pitch left side. This is Kyle Schwantner getting his 2nd carry. He dives forward, should be close to a first down. He needed the 45, and that's exactly what he got for a 3-yard carry for Schwantner.
It'll be a first down here, and this is what I think we expected from Park Hills Central. Just moving the chains, taking up 3 downs and continuously moving the chains against St. John, wearing them out. I think a lot of both these teams, both kids play both ways, so maybe whoever gets tired first ends up losing this game.
DJ Buchanan is back in there. Schwantner spelled him for 1 play, but Buchanan, the deep back, under center, is Kurtois. Hands off left side. This is Buchanan. Gets lost in the pile, but picks up 2 to 3 yards to the 49-yard line. Give it 3 for Buchanan.
Looking at some of these stats in these stat sheets, you see that St. John outscoring their opponents 92 to 35 in the first half, and much closer. And a lot of that has to do with some of the scoring and the big scores early in the first half and getting your subs out, or getting your subs in the second half. But it seems like they seem to fade offensively when it comes to the second half.
Coach Stolzer telling me before the game that he just thought it was a matter of passion. They just needed to play a little bit more passionately. Here's Daniel Marler breaking a big one. First down, running off left tackle. He needed 8, got 9. First down into St. Genevieve territory.
That's hard. Unless you're in a ball game, and looking at scores, Valley Catholic, you had to play 48 minutes of football, and tonight they're going to have to play 48 minutes of football, and we're going to get a good idea of what St. John can do for 4 quarters.
First down and 10 at the 43-yard line. You're on KTJJ FM, Farmington, Festus, Crystal City, St. Genevieve, Park Hills, and also on J98 Web TV at MyMoInfo.com. Here's a handoff, running right, big hit, Crown Collision Center. Collision of the game as Marler gets back to the line and maybe a yard.
I'm really impressed with St. John's defense. Their secondary and their middle linebackers aren't huge by any means, but they're not afraid to stick their nose in there and make the tackle. And they've kind of had the bend, don't break mentality like we talked about Potosi earlier. They got pushed back here at the 3-4 yard line and didn't give up a touchdown. Let's see if St. John can't dig in right now and come up with a stop.
Zach Jamerson delivering that punishing blow, coming from his D tackle spot that time. But again, St. John rotates a lot on that defensive line. Hand off, DJ Buchanan. St. John ready for it at the line of scrimmage. Buchanan maybe gets a yard. He's always shooting right out of the backfield. Not a whole lot of hesitation with him, but St. John gives them credit for stopping that.
Yeah, DJ Buchanan doesn't seem to me like a good guard-to-guard runner. He wants to go off those outside hips, get out to the outside, and try to use his speed and his elusiveness once he gets out and gets into the open.
He's one of those guys that would rather run outside, but you can't sleep on him dropping a shoulder and running you over too. Right. So you got to be ready for that. So he is the deep back here with the 3-back set. Kurtois under center. He'll pitch it to Buchanan. Running to the left side. There he is trying to get that edge. Will he get it? He drops the shoulder. He is upended. Didn't get the first. How about Matt Drury coming in there and making a nice tackle?
Yeah, nice job by the defense of St. John to extend the play and make him go all the way to the sideline. If they don't do that and he cuts it up, it may not go for a touchdown, but it's definitely a first down. Right here, let's see if St. John's faithful can get on their feet, get loud right here. 4th and 1. A big play early for this St. John defense.
I don't think there's a spot on the field Coach Schweiss wouldn't go for it on 4th and 1. If he was back at his own 9-yard line, I think he would still go for it because he just trusts that big offensive line to
and
get
that's a good thing if a lot of plays in the playbook for this one.
Under center, Hunter Kurtois, 3-back set with the 2 tight ends. They hand it off left side. Buchanan gets it easy. First down, then breaks off another chunky yardage up near the 25-yard line. So 10-plus yards on that carry by DJ Buchanan. Move the chains.
Yeah, nice job right there. you've got to protect on anything and everything. Great opportunity to run a little play action just to your fullback out in the flat there. And, not a whole lot St. John can do in that situation.
14-yard carry for DJ Buchanan, puts the ball right at the 25. And look at the time that's ticked off the clock already in this third quarter. We're down to 4 minutes to play. Central trailing by 4, but they're marching it. There's the snap, handoff Buchanan again. Buchanan bottled up, gets it close to the 20, about a 4-yard carry running off a right guard, and we'll be under 4 minutes to play by the time the next snap is made here in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is what we expected, just ticking times off the clock. They're already at almost a 6-minute drive here, starting on their own 24. This is Central football as you described it to me, Glenn.
Can they punch it in? They had a big fourth down play in the end zone that was dropped by Braden Mannion earlier. That's why they're not leading at this point. Can St. John's defense come up big again? We'll see. Under center, Curtois. Hands off to the deep back. Buchanan, he's trying for the edge to the 20. Stiff arms a man, gets to the 15, and dives to the 12-yard line. It's that deadly stiff arm or straight arm, whatever you want to call it. And, man, that's tough for a defender to be able to get in there and wrap him up.
Yeah, he just stiffed arm Brendan Dallas right there, just enough to keep Brendan, long enough away from him to trip him up there. And nice job by DJ Buchanan. And that's what you're talking about there. Is once he can extend that field east to west instead of north and south, he's dangerous once he gets outside those hashes.
1st and 10 from the 12, 3:28 left to play third quarter. Central trailing by 4. They can get a first down inside the 2-yard line. 3-back set, handoff, left side. St. John does a good job. They're doing a good job on 1st and 2nd down, stopping them. But 3rd down and 4th down, Central's able to break off some nice chunks.
Yeah, and Central's just doing a nice job right now of keeping them honest. Yeah, I know we've said that a lot tonight, but in this type of offense, you can't always just hit a pitch to DJ Buchanan. You've got to, go for a first down and 2 yards and get St. John's defense to come inside those tackles and then spread them back out.
24 carries for Buchanan in this ball game, so he has been getting the load put on him today. Under 3 minutes to play, third quarter. There's a snap. It's Buchanan again, running left. He gets plowed over inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And again, St. John, like you said earlier, pursuing to the ball pretty well.
Yeah, they are, and they're doing a nice job. But one thing I've noticed right now, when both these teams go to the huddle and get their respective signs from the sidelines, a lot of hands on the hips.
Yep.
First time we're noticing being tired from both squads.
That's exactly what Coach Schweiss wants to do. Braden Mannion is the flanker, right side. 3 backs. As Hunter Curtois again barks out the signals from under center. They fake it right, run it left for Daniel Marlar. Marlar makes a few people miss, gets inside the 5-yard line, maybe around the 4. He needed the 2 for the first down, so he's about 2 yards short, but the Rebels are probably going for it on 4th down and 2.
Yeah, nice job right there. And a little reverse type of play where that opposite back in the backfield kind of spins out and goes the other way. And here you go. This is what you said. Coach Schweiss would go on. He needs, 2 yards? 4th and 2, 4th and 1?
4th and 2 from the 4.
Another big play right here. Can you get a stop?
St. Genevieve. They are looking tired on defense. They're trying to get it rallied up for one more stop. 4th and 2 from the 4. There's a snap. There's the handoff. Buchanan runs right. He's pushing the pile. I think he might have enough for a first. Looks like he got that 2-yard line. Going to be close.
Looks like he got the first, and it's going to be first down and goal at the 1-yard line. And that's what you're talking about right there. Instead of stretching it out wide, that's when you just bow your head with DJ Buchanan and let him get to what he can.
26 carries, 165 yards, and a touchdown unofficially for DJ Buchanan. He's only a sophomore.
Wow.
He's a beast. First and goal from the 1. 1:16 left to play. Under center comes Hunter Curtois again with a 3-back set. Curtois takes the snap, hands off Buchanan, runs right, spins off of a tackle, gets in. Central takes the lead with 1:05 to play, 16-14. Buchanan's second TD run of the evening.
A 76-yard drive capped off by a 1-yard run right there, taking 8 minutes and 44 seconds off the clock. That is Central football at its finest.
Central leading for the first time in the ballgame.
Yes.
St. John led 7-0. Central tied 7-7. St. John was up 14-7, then 14-10. And now Central leading 16-14 with 1:05 left to go in the third quarter. Mannion on to hold for the extra point. Jake Bridges to kick. There's the snap. There's the kick and a line drive straight through, but it is good. 17-14. Central Rebels march at 76 yards and a 1-yard run by DJ Buchanan. makes it a 3-point lead for the visiting team. 1:05 left to play third quarter. We're back in 30 seconds on J98 and J98 Web TV.
Hey sports fans, this is Bill Best, your American Family Insurance agent, serving the Parkland area for 30 years. Yes, that's right, 30 years this year. We have our team in place for a new season with seasoned veterans Teresa Buxton and Connie Agnew, and new recruit Nick Agnew. We have built our reputation on honesty, great service, and great products from American Family Insurance Company. We have the big plays ready for our customers with homeowners, auto, business, and life insurance products. Join the winning team. Call Bill Best in Park Hills today. We're proud to sponsor high school sports.
17-14 ball game on J98 and J98 Web TV. Central has taken the lead. If you're watching tonight's game on J98 Web TV, the picture is reaching you through Big River Broadband. It's a historic moment. The first football game sent from the stadium to the world on Big River Broadband. So thanks to Kevin Cantwell and company for allowing us to bring you this service on J98 Web TV tonight. That's also brought to you by CWI of Missouri and St. Genevieve and Midwest Sports Center in Farmington Central to kick this one off to the St. Gen Dragons. What a response coming out of the break for the Rebels.
Yeah, nice job. A quick 3-and-out for St. Gen, and Park Hills just takes it the length of the field, basically.
Clayton Egger will field this kickoff at the 7-yard line. He's going to try the near side, makes a man miss in the open field, gets to the 30. 23-yard return for Clayton Egger. St. Genevieve, kind of uneventful on offense on that last drive out of the break. They got 4 yards on 3 plays and punted it away. I know you said you'd have liked to have seen the pass on 3rd down and 6. I think pretty well everybody would have, because picking up 6 yards on a 3rd down against this Central defense in your own territory is not going to be too easy.
No, and St. Gen hasn't broken that big play yet, and every time I hear that sound, I think the Rams are draping somebody.
That's what I got it.
They need as many draft picks right now as anybody, but St. Gen's got to be what we talked about. When do you get too conservative? And you wonder, even in that first drive right there, were they too conservative to open up the second half?
We'll get to that update from Luke Turnbull coming up a little bit later on. As of right now, though, 1st and 10 from the 30 on St. Gen's side of the field. A handoff right side goes to a new running back, Gettinger, in the ball game, getting his first carry. Picks up a handful, 4 to 5 yards.
And it looks like somebody's limping off. Is that Gettinger there? Takes 1 carry and...
Gettinger is coming off, and Rowe comes back on. There is another player coming off.
28. Stiegel.
Tight end.
Looks like he got a little cramp.
So Rowe is back in for Gettinger. Gettinger 1 play and 4 yards before coming off. That kind of tells me that Rowe probably just wasn't quite ready to come out on the field after that special teams play. So 2nd down and 6 from the 34. Read option again, Matt Drury. Matt Drury tries to leap over the defender, ends up getting hit pretty hard, but it did get him a couple extra yards up near the 40-yard line.
That's Matt Drury just trying to make something happen right there. Does enough to pick up, 4 and make it a 3rd and 1 here.
Yeah, picked up about 5 on the carry. So 52 yards rushing on 9 carries for Drury, and he does have a touchdown today. He's been St. Gen's leading rusher. They had 105 rushing yards at the half, split between 3 players. 3rd down and 1 from the 39, and that strikes the end of the 3rd quarter. Central controls the ball for most of the 3rd and leads at 17-14 over St. Genevieve on the road in another classic battle between the Dragons and the Rebels. We will not go to break. Let's go to the update from Luke Turnbow in Fredericktown. Luke, what you got?
Well, Glenn, we have a race to see who finishes first. This is a pretty quick ball game here at Fredericktown High School as the Potosi Trojans continue to lead the Black Cats 20-7. Scoreless 3rd quarter. The defenses have settled in, and not much offense going in the 3rd quarter. No turnovers, so a good, clean, quick 3rd quarter. It is 20-7. The Potosi Trojans lead the Fredericktown Black Cats, and 1 quarter to play in this ball game.
I love this conference, Dusty, the white division, and, you're not supposed to play favorites, but this is one of my favorite conferences around. You got the Central Rebels, the St. John Dragons, the Potosi Trojans, the Fredericktown Black Cats, and then you got Perryville, which is my alma mater, and then you got Maplewood, who is actually leaving the conference after this year. So Perryville's trying to kind of send them out with a bang tonight. This conference is so competitive and so tough, and never want to miss a game when these teams are playing each other.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. I mean, and the good thing about this conference, the overall conference, they've done a good job of making sure it stays competitive with the small schools, the middle-sized schools, and the large schools. And it's really become one of the premier conferences in the area.
3rd down and 1. A handoff right side should be enough for a first down. That was Brendan Dallas getting a carry. He got the 40-yard line, and that's going to move the chains. First down, St. John Dragons. And we're not seeing anything too fancy tonight. These are just two powerful football teams, big O-lines, big D-lines, running the ball right at each other, and it makes for some fun football.
Yeah, it does. And with all the new nuances of today's football game, the spread, the Wildcat, it's good to see that coaches can still go back and run some of the old power stuff that a lot of these older generation people here in St. John grew up on and really allowed St. John and Valley Catholic, for that matter, to take their prominence.
1st down and 10. Here comes a play-action pass. Drury tries the out route and in and out of the hands of Anthony Rowe. That puts Drury at 2 of 5 passing in this game. And so far, back-to-back weeks where he hasn't had too much going through the passing game, but I'm not going to blame him. Tonight, they just haven't really tried to pass a whole lot. And to be honest with you, they kind of haven't needed to either. It's been a tight game where the running games have taken over.
Yeah, you're exactly right. No need to really have to throw it away. Now, the interesting thing is if they can't score here and they hold Park Hill Central, you're only going to probably maybe get the ball back one more time. At what point are you going to have to open things up?
2nd down and 10 from the 41 after the incompletion. By the way, Perryville no longer holds that lead over Maplewood. Here's Drury running to the right side. He keeps the option, and he's up across the 50-yard line before being dragged down. Reed Lucas makes the tackle, but not before Drury gets close to first down yardage. He may be a yard short here. He comes up a little bit gimpy and has his jersey about ripped off of his body, but Drury's kind of taken upon himself to carry this team, it looks like, tonight.
Yeah, and we talked about that we thought, or at least I did last year in this game that ended St. John's season. He tried to do too much passing offensively, tried to make too much stuff happen. He's really taken what Park Hill Central has given him tonight, and he has been the type of player that we expect. 10
carries, 63 yards. That was an 11-yard first down run by Drury into Central territory. Ball at the Central 49. Dragons trail by 3, 17-14. 11:22 left to play in the game, and a game that's gone by quickly with both teams just running the tar out of the football. One receiver to the right side. It's the flanker, Clayton Nager. 2 backs, split backs, Brendan Dallas and Anthony Rowe. They'll fake the handoff to Rowe, and Drury runs right, loses a yard. Caldwell comes up and punishes him for another Crown Collision Center collision of the game. Reed Lucas gets a lot of credit on this defense. Caldwell is almost just as good as Reed Lucas is, and he's bigger, too. He has more of a prototypical linebacker size.
Yeah, that defense right there on that play took away the initial dive play to your first guy through. Drury had to step backwards to get around the guy, and then they had Brendan Dallas going to the short side of the field, so he was really kind of cramped up by the just field position there. So Park Hill Central did an excellent job defending that little option play.
Only the second time that Drury has gone backwards tonight. 2nd down and 11. 11 carries for 62 yards now for Drury. Schmelsley is the flanker left, 2 backs. There's the snap. Play action pass. Free blitzer comes, and they have blown it up. Reed Lucas brings him down in the backfield at the 35-yard line. Nobody picked him up.
No, he came right through untouched, and Matt Drury just had to eat the ball and take a loss there. And first time, man, they get a generous spot on forward progress there.
Oh, wow, that's a 10-yard difference from where he was actually brought down.
Exactly, so
ends up only being a loss of 5 instead of 15.
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, you got to give Reed Lucas some kind of credit there, and that does him no justice right there. I mean, like you said, it should be 3rd and 30. I mean, 3rd and 25 for sure.
About 3rd and 25 probably. Yeah. That's unbelievable that they spotted it that far up. And they said his forward progress was stopped at the 45 rather than the 35. We'll have a timeout on the field. But let's talk about Reed Lucas. You would think for St. Genevieve, somebody's got to have their eyes on Reed Lucas at all times. Nobody did that play.
Yeah, that's something where, and you don't know if it's Matt Drury's responsibility or just an offensive lineman, but you've got to point out where he's at on the field. You're obviously running things away from him being their best defensive player, best linebacker coming back from last year. You got to make sure that you spot him, and if you see him coming up, somebody's got to get a hand on him, trip him up, slow him down at the very least. But that's something right there where we've noticed that St. John's been getting to the line, going on quick snap counts, if you go on 2 or on 3 right there, he jumps off sides. He was strictly trying to time that one, read it correctly, and got through.
St. John called the timeout. They're down to 2 left. I want to give credit to Jared Lucas back at the station, doing a great job keeping our scoreboard updated at mymoinfo.com tonight. In case you were wondering, Maplewood now leads Perryville 26-12. Jefferson over Crystal City 36-19. Go to mymoinfo.com for the updated scoreboard all evening long. So now on 3rd and 16, St. John's going to go to the spread. Is this the first time we've seen the spread tonight?
For the most part, yeah, and kind of got a stacked formation on the receivers.
Yeah, 2 stacked receivers to the right. So there's the shotgun snap. Drury drops back to pass. He'll scramble to his left. He's under some pressure. He's going to tuck it and try to run, but he's got a long way to go. Breaks a few tackles. He'll make it 4th down and about 5 into Central territory to the 44-yard line. Nice play by Drury.
And with both these teams being such ground and pound, it's one of those things that when you spread them out like that, you've seen Central do it on 3rd and 8, and it gives DJ Buchanan an opportunity to run up the middle. Right there again, you've got to respect those receivers. If you don't go, Matt Drury's going to throw you for a touchdown. Interesting decision right here. St. John goes for it on 4th and 5.
4th down and 5 from the 44 of Central. That was an 11-yard run by Drury. 2 receivers left are Rowe and Schmelsley. 2 more receivers to the right side of the formation as well. Drury gets the play in from the sideline. Brendan Dallas is the back. There's the shotgun snap on 4th down. Drury keeping it all the way, not even close to getting a first down. Caldwell finishes him off, one of those D linemen. With the initial hit, he picked up maybe 2, but Central was ready for the QB draw.
Yeah, that looked like a called or design play there for Matt Drury to run, but at the same time, Park Hill Central had their eyes on number 11 and made sure that he wasn't going to pick that up.
Drury has pretty well been the offense for St. John tonight. Now, Dallas has got the kind of unsung portions of this ball game with 14 carries for 40 yards, and he did score a touchdown. He's gotten the tough yardage, but the guy making most of the plays has been Matt Drury. Just wasn't able to get about 3 more yards on that one. Central's defense comes up with a stop, and now if they can play keep away for a while, it's going to make it tough on the Dragons. 9:14 left to play. Central up by 3. Rebels take over at the 41. Here's a handoff, Buchanan. Buchanan running right, and he's up to the 45, maybe the 46 for another 5-yard carry for DJ. And I want to see how long Central can hold this football, and if they can hold it for a long time and score, you're looking at probably ball game.
Yeah, I think if you're Kyle Swice and the Park Hills Rebels right now, you're thinking at least a field goal. But I'm going to be interested in watch the play clock. Let's see how far they wind that down, and like you said, chew that clock. Every snap, I would bet, goes under 8 to 9 seconds, They're just now getting to the line at 10, so Park Hill Central definitely going to start milking the clock.
171 yards rushing unofficially for DJ Buchanan. 2nd down and 5 from the 46. Handoff near side. This is Marler. He's going to juke, get to the outside. Stiff arms a man, picks up the first down. Brendan Dallas has been the victim of stiff arms quite a bit tonight. They teach it well in Central. 1st down, Rebels.
Yeah, and it's one-on-one, and Brendan doesn't have any help out here once he did a nice job stretching the play and on his way down still getting a little bit of the leg to bring him down. But, if Park Hill Central puts another drive together like they did that last one, this one's over.
11 carries, 68 yards for Daniel Marler tonight. He has been the number 2 to DJ Buchanan, who has racked up 171 yards rushing. Getting close to 30 carries. 1st down and 10 from the 45 on St. John's side of the field. Power formation. 2 tight end set. Snap. Handoff. Right side, Buchanan. Defender got in the backfield, but Buchanan's able to get away from him, but can't get away from the second. He loses a yard. Was that Brendan Dallas who came up and made that stop on the far sideline?
Yes, it was. Brendan did a nice job there. Got low before the arm came out from DJ Buchanan right there. But, this is St. Park Hill Central's bread and butter. This is what they want to do. They want to have that lead late and just watch that clock tick, 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 tick.
Dragons had to use a timeout on their last offensive possession, so they're down to 2 timeouts left. Central has 3. We're down to 7:30 left to play 4th quarter. Central milking a 3-point lead, 17-14. Here's Curtois. Takes the snap, pitches. DJ Buchanan running to the near side. And a big punishing hit by St. Genevieve. Now he did pick up about 3 to 4 yards, but the Dragons weren't having any of it, and Buchanan got sent back a little bit. Oh, and he's hurt. And that is not good.
It's not what you want to see. Even in a competitive game like this, both squads, when you take on a team, I know in basketball you always want the other team to be at full strength, and this is not good. He's really rolling around. Looks like just a Yep, it looks like just a cramp or a little Charlie horse that they're trying to stretch out. Nothing of serious matter, doesn't look like.
Well, it's a 5-yard carry, makes it 3rd down and 6, meaning a huge play is coming up. They're still looking at DJ Buchanan down on the field right now. He's holding his helmet and laying on his back at the 43-yard line. But that was Buchanan's 30th carry of the ball game. And he's got 175 yards. Buchanan will be helped to his feet. Looks like he is favoring that left leg, and it does maybe look like a Charlie horse, maybe on a hamstring or something like that. So St. John with the good sportsmanship, as always. They'll cheer him as he comes off the field. And the Rebels will just plug in one of their multitude of backs and go back to work. I mean, you got options here. You got Caldwell, you got Schwantner, you got Marler, who's probably your best option at this point. You got Reed Lucas, who could come in off the sidelines. So Central's certainly deep enough to overcome that.
Yeah, I mean, they are. And we've seen about 5 or 6 different running backs. We've seen 3 or 4 different quarterbacks. It's just kind of like a plug-and-go type of offense that Park Hill Central have been running.
Schwantner checks in, but Marler is the deep back. On 3rd and 6, they hand to Marler. St. John stops him in the backfield. Then he gets through and back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down coming up, and maybe decision time for Central. 6:47 left to play. Ball at the 41-yard line. Do you think about going for it here?
I wouldn't. I think this is the time you've got to believe in your defense if you're Park Hill Central and play field possession. Make St. John drive. Both drives St. John's had hasn't been really clock-consuming type of time.
Tell you what, though, I'd look out for the fake.
Is here the trick play?
Bridges is back there, and the snap comes short-hopping to him, but what a punt. He gets it off to the 10-yard line, picked up back at the 5 by Brendan Dallas. He'll try the middle. He's blown up. So inside the 10 to the 9, the good punt by Jake Bridges could be a world of difference in this ball game.
Yeah, I think Brendan kind of forgot where he was at. He needs to probably let that one go in the end zone. It looked like as if it was going to go in the end zone, and probably lost about 10 to 12 yards there to starting position.
Brendan Mayberry with that big hit and another Crown Collision Center collision of the game. This is it for St. Genevieve. If you don't score in this drive, I don't know if you're getting the ball back. So 14-17, you're down, 6:10 left to play. Let's see what Coach Weiler has up his sleeve. This is when it gets fun.
92 yards. I'm not sure of St. John's kicking game, but you've got to at least think in position here to take that opportunity.
Clayton Egger's capable. We'll see if that comes into play. Here's the option pitch. Brendan Dallas gets a block. No hold called, and Dallas is up the sideline across the 20 to the 30, 33-yard line. That could have been called a hold. In fact, the flag comes in late, but I believe this is a late hit on Central.
And that's not smart football there. We talked about it earlier. If it is on Central on a personal foul, late hit, that'll be their 3rd or 4th silly penalty, I guess as you wanted to say it. They had the hold or the offsides down there. Another penalty in the first half. Let's see what it is.
That's a 25-yard run as it stands for Dallas. We'll check the penalty. If it is on Central, and it is their 4th penalty of this ball game. It'll be a 15-yarder against the Central Rebels, meaning they've had 4 penalties for 35 yards in the ball game. That one really hurts. You had St. John backed up at the 8. Brendan Dallas breaks off a brilliant run that picked up 25 yards. Add 15 on top of that, and it ends up being a 40-yard play.
Yeah, I mean, 41 yards picked up in one play, and that's now you're back in with you got to feel good if you're St. John. You're within striking range. It's not as daunting of a task to go 98 yards now, or 92 yards, my bad.
By far, Brendan Dallas' best run of the game, 25 yards. 1st down and 10 from the 49. Schmelsley is lined up wide right with split backs. Drury under center. There's the snap and the fake handoff. They'll run the option again. Drury almost broke through. He was one broken tackle away from a touchdown. He gets, though, to the 45 on Central side of the field, a 6-yard carry by the quarterback.
Yeah, Matt Drury doing an excellent job on the reads. He's coming up a little bit gimpy more and more each time, but as tough a kid as Matt Drury is, he's not coming out of the ball game, and he wants the ball right back in his hands.
Pretty soon, every seat's going to be empty here, and fingernails are going to be chewed to the bone. This has been a fun one. 17-14 Central. Clayton Egger checks back in. He'll be the receiver. Drury gets him huddled up. They break the huddle with 9 seconds on the play clock. Got to be quick. 5:20 left to play. Dragons down by 3 at home, facing the 10th-ranked Rebels. Handoff up the middle, Brendan Dallas. He'll be stopped before getting that first down. 1, maybe 2 will set up 3rd down and short.
Nice job by Central's defense right there of hitting the first man through the line, and then this time he had the football.
16 carries, 67 yards for Brendan Dallas and a touchdown today. Not staggering numbers, but workman-like numbers. He brought his lunch pail with him today.
You can tell it's getting close. I'm trying to get out closer to the field here as we're creeped in here in the press box.
3rd down and 2. Our heads have peeked out of the box now. 4:43 left to play. A big 3rd down and 2 for St. Genevieve. Schmelsley, the receiver, wide right, split backs. There's the snap. Drury keeps it after faking the handoff. He gets hit pretty good by Drew Harlow, but the ball goes to the 41. Should be enough for the first.
I think Matt got a pretty good spot there on the second effort. I believe the knee was down, but the referees are going to give him on the second effort. Nice job right there by maybe faking it a little bit for an extra yard.
Well, you got 15 carries for Drury, 16 carries for Dallas. Dallas with 67 yards, Drury with 83 yards. Those two have pretty much been the guys tonight.
Yeah.
And the offensive line.
They really have. And it's... You've got to think Anthony Rowe may have something in his bag yet. It seems like he's got fresh legs, with as many carries as going to Drury and Dallas. Anthony Rowe may be able to break one here.
6 carries, 23 yards for Rowe, in case you're wondering. 1st and 10 from the Central 41. Dragons down by just 3. There's the snap. Another read option. This time, nowhere. He's going to lose a yard. Central breaks it up in the backfield. Kyle Schwantner makes the tackle along with Reed Lucas, Braden Mannion, and a few others.
I think right now might be my opportunity here if you're Coach Weiler thinking about another play-action pass, leaking Anthony Rowe, maybe starting him in motion. I know they've done that a couple times and kind of got him out on that lead block, and Central's kind of blown that up here the last couple times. Do you go back to that right now and maybe get a quick score? So I think right now we're getting in that territory where you're going to have to loosen up this defense if you're going to want to score.
Well, Nager's not out there. He's your most explosive receiver. Here comes the option, and Central blows it up in the backfield again. They pitch it to Dallas, but he catches it at the 44 and lost 3 yards. He was brought down.
Yeah, so St. John right now is just too predictable. It's option after option after option. It may be flip-flopping sides, but let's be real here. It's the same play over and over and over. We need to do something different here if we're the Dragons to loosen up this defense. Now you're in 3rd and 14, 3rd and 13. And, your playtime, your playbook's limited. And only with 3 minutes to go, you got to think this is your final drive of the game.
St. John and predictable usually don't go in the same sentence, but you're right. It's almost like Coach Weiss has been in the huddle for the Dragons. Central's going to call timeout. They want to make sure they're ready on 3rd down and 13. We'll keep it right here, 2:49 left to play. I mean, this drive is pretty well the ball game for St. John. The way this one's going, there hasn't been a whole lot of offensive possessions either way.
No, and this is it. You're in 2-down territory if you're St. John, or you've at least got to think that way. So you don't need 13 yards on this one play. If you can get it to 5, 6, 7 yards to go, you've got to feel good about this play, and I have to believe Coach Weiler and Coach Swice, Coach Sherry have got 2 plays in their playbook they feel comfortable in running in this type of situation.
Tonight's web TV broadcast of the Central St. John game, we're sending the video over Big River Broadband. The telecast goes from the stadium here in St. John to the worldwide internet on Big River Broadband. Check it out on J98 Web TV. We're also brought to you by Law Office of Williams in Seacrest and Park Hills, Polite Ready Mix in Potosi, Culligan Water in Leadington, Mega Sports in Farmington, and My Real Estate in Farmington. So St. John breaks the huddle. Central breaks the huddle. The Rebels just used their first timeout, each team with 2 timeouts left. 2:49 left to play, and Central holding on to a 17-14 lead, but the Dragons with a 3rd and 13 from the Central 44, and the Dragons will spread it out a little bit. It's a tight spread here. A stack receiver set on the near side, stack receiver set on the far side. Twins right, twins left. Shotgun snap. Drury drops back. Clean pocket. Steps up. Now he's in some trouble. Brought down in the backfield. Kyle Schwantner back there, along with a few other Central Rebels. In fact, the main guy that got him was Grant Hopkins, number 28.
That right there is a coverage sack. They only sent 4, and dropped 7. So it was a great job by the defensive backs and a good defensive call right there for Park Hills Central on that one. But again, you're in 3rd and long. You've become predictable again in that situation too. I just think St. John in the second half has become entirely too predictable.
That might have been the ball game right there. because you're looking at 4th down and 23 from the 46. Now you have to go for it. 2:07 left to play and counting. St. Genevieve needs 23 yards. Shotgun snap. Drury takes it. He's going to step back. He'll fire a dart under through his man. Incomplete. Central's going to take over on downs, and a huge, huge sack by Grant Hopkins has provided Central with most likely the decisive blow in this one.
Yeah, if you're St. Gen, you got to get a 3 and out. You got 2 timeouts, so you can stop the clock twice. And Park Hill Central is not going to throw the football in this situation, so I would say if you don't get a 3 and out here or a quick turnover or something, it's ball game over. And really a nice job of just executing a game plan for Park Hill Central.
Grant Hopkins, number 28, not in the starting lineup, really not on the radar. Comes in late in the ball game and gets back there and gets that huge, huge sack of Matt Drury. Now under 2 minutes to play. Central goes into run the clock mode. There's the snap. There's the handoff. DJ Buchanan. Buchanan back in the game. Good to see that after he left the field earlier. He gets to the 45, just inside the 45. St. John will use a timeout. 2-yard carry for DJ Buchanan.
Hey, it looks like the St. Louis Cardinals are on their way to another division title, Glenn. It looks like they're up 6-0, and I believe with a win tonight, they clinch.
Yeah, they do.
They do. And Pittsburgh is winning 4-1 in Cincinnati. So if the Cardinals can hold on to that lead, they're division champs again.
What a ball game this has been. St. Genevieve Dragons looking like they're going to come up on the short end of the stick here against Central. St. Gen had a halftime lead, but for the second year in a row, Central comes out, and this time only by a slight margin was the better team in the second half.
Yeah, they were, and they didn't panic. They were down a couple times in this game and stayed with their game plan of ground and pound and stayed with their bread and butter, and St. Gen just looked as if in the second half they were tired. And that drive that put Park Hill Central over the edge is, we talked about it right before they scored. A lot of hands on the hips for both teams, and that's looking like what it's come down to this point.
This game's not quite over yet, but another first down it will be. But if St. Genevieve can get the stop and get the ball back, they're looking at under 30 seconds probably left to play. Here comes a flag, and that's something Central has done tonight. They've committed some penalties. Let's see if this is a procedure penalty on the offense or if St. Gen just committed their second penalty of the night. St. Gen 1 penalty for 5 yards. Central 4 penalties for 35 yards. So neither team has been heavily penalized tonight, but Central has committed a few more undisciplined plays than the Dragons have. It's on the defense. 5 yards for encroachment on St. Genevieve, and that's going to put the Rebels a little bit closer to putting this one away.
There's the first silly play for St. Gen, right there, to be honest.
Some other scores tonight. North County over Farmington in the third quarter, 42-21. Hillsboro over Festus. How about that? 42-20. The Hillsboro Hawks over Festus. Festus was ranked 8th in Class 4 and at the top of that district. But when you're playing a rival like that, you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly right.
And that's on
I think the most, like we talked at halftime, the most impressive team, St. Pius, 42-8 over Herculaneum here in the fourth quarter. St. Pius on a roll.
17-14 here. Central just 3 yards away from a first down that would end it. Handoff right side. Marler. Oh, that goes nowhere. Back at the 40-yard line. He gets blown up by St. Gen. Defensive tackle Derek James with that stop. St. Gen will use their final timeout, and the teams will come to the sideline and huddle up. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 3 after Daniel Marler got back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. Back-to-back carries for him where he's gone nowhere.
Yeah, this is ball game right here. 3rd and 5 to go, 3rd and 4 to go. If you're St. Gen, if you're the guys on the sideline, you need to turn around to your crowd, get them on their feet, make it as loud as possible right now. And if you get a hold here, you'd have to believe Park Hill Central would punt it and want them to drive the length of the field. So right now, right here is if you're St. Gen Dragon and you're a fan, you got to get on your feet and make some noise.
Well, we do have an update ready to come in from Luke Turnbow. No time to get to that right now. We'll get to it as soon as this one is pretty well decided because this is a huge, huge play. I was going to say Dusty Wingert's alma mater is a beating Lift for Life 28-8. That's the St. Vincent Indians in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 4 from the 40 under center. Here comes Curtois. Pitches out left side. Curtois with a juke makes a man miss. Lunges forward, maybe short of the first down. Great juke move to get some positive yards, but I'm not sure he gets the first.
I don't think he did. I think the near guy here got to give St. John a pretty good spot. It's going to be for sure 4th and 1. Now it's decision time. If I'm Kyle Swice, I got to believe my defense is good enough to hold here.
It's going to be 4th down, and right at 1 yard. So you could punt it away, give St. John about a minute left to drive the length of the field. So it looks like Central's going to run the play clock down to take a timeout. Smart call by Coach Corey Schweiss. So your options are, like you said, punt it away. You got the best defense around. Trust them to win the game for you. I don't think they're going to do that. I bet Central at the very least, comes out and tries to draw them offsides.
And that might be a play right here, too, that they're exactly talking about right now in that huddle. The other thing is if you do go and punt here, St. John's got to throw the football. So you can drop 7 back and make it really tough on Matt Drury and the Dragons to get anything going. So there's pluses and minuses both ways. But if you get stopped here, it's momentum swing too. If I'm Coach Swice with that defense that he's shown, I'm punting. I don't care if I believe I can get this or not. I'm punting the football.
And you have a really good punter. I mean, he backed St. Genevieve up to the 8-yard line on his last punt. Jake Bridges. You look at how many talented sophomores that are on the field tonight. Anthony Rowe for St. John's, one of them. St. John's mostly a senior-laden team. Then you got Braden Mannion. Oh, he's a junior. But DJ Buchanan and Jake Bridges for Central. And the Rebels offense is coming on the field. So we'll see if they try to draw them off or if they're actually running this play. You only need a yard, and Central's so good at churning up yards. There's the snap. There's the handoff. Buchanan runs up the middle. This might not be enough. I don't know.
It depends on which spot they go with. If they go with the near side guy, I think he's short. If they go with the far side guy, he got it. This is going to be a very interesting. I don't think he got it, Glenn.
Wow.
I don't think he got it.
What did John Madden used to say? His left foot and his right.
Exactly.
It depends on his left foot or his right foot. So we'll get a timeout for a measurement here. And what else would you expect in a game like this for it to come down to maybe a chain link one way or another? Because this is going to be so close.
This is going to be, and like I said, the guy on the far side gave it to him by about a half yard. The near side judge came up short by about a half yard. So let's see.
Second effort may have got it. Question is, was he down on the second effort? Here comes the measurement.
He's short.
Yeah, it looks short from here.
He's short.
Did not get it. Turnover on downs. There's no challenges or booth reviews in high school football. Call on the field is what it is. St. John's going to get another crack at this with 1:12 left to play.
And my initial thought, Glenn, and I'm not saying this because I'd be right, but I thought he was short. I thought St. John did a nice job and kept him short. I thought it was a very generous spot by the far side guy, but it is what it is. And now St. John with minute 12 to go in this game gets to go back to what is used to been the bread and butter in the spread offense. They're going to go five wide. You got to look for Anthony Rowe and you got to look for Brendan Dallas, both guys that can catch a football out of the backfield.
That means Luke Turnbow's update is going to have to wait a little bit longer. This one's too good to break away from. St. Genevieve with 5 wide, trips right, 2 left. Drury drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, tucks it and runs across the 40 to the 45, breaks a tackle across the 50 into Central territory to the 47-yard line. Clock will stop to move the chains. First down. 16-yard run for Matt Drury. He's been carrying this team tonight. 99 yards on 17 carries.
Yeah.
No timeouts.
No, I don't think you spike it here because you got the clock stop. You're going to lose 5 or 6 seconds, but here you go.
Trips right, twins left. Shotgun snap. Drury pump fake, but goes down in the backfield again. Central with another sack. This defense has been all over the place.
Now you get to the line and you got to spike. You got to get the second down.
Brendan Mayberry and Colin Bess. Colin Bess has been a sack master this season, coming in with 5 sacks on the year, down to 33 seconds. Second down and 18 from the 45-yard line on St. John's side of the field. Dragons wasting a lot of time, down to 27 seconds. There's the snap, no spike. Drury dropping back, steps up in the pocket again. Breaks one tackle, needs to chuck it. He does, throws to the sideline. Pass broken up by Jake Bridges at the 30-yard line. Incomplete, third down and 18 with 17 seconds left.
A lot of time wasted right there in trying to get that play in. I think I'd have to agree with most of the crowd. I think
they were yelling, spike it.
And I think in that situation right there, I don't mind it. Off the first down, clock stop, the guy reset the chain. Second down there, once you take the sack, yes, you've got to get to the line. You've got to spike it and take your chances. But, again, we're not the coaches. We're just the guys doing the game.
Anthony Dorouse is the receiver wide right. There's the shotgun snap. Drury tries to go to Dorouse. He makes the catch and gets across the 45 to the 43-yard line, back in Central territory. Fourth down coming up, plus the big thing was he got out of bounds. Fourth down and about 7 coming up after that 11-yard catch.
Yeah, you can't go for a first down right there. Now here it is. This is the game right here. It's 4th and 6. 4th and 6.
12 seconds.
At what point do you send everybody deep and let Matt Drury try to just run it up the middle and try to get for a first down?
And then get out of bounds.
And then try to get out of bounds.
Twins left, twins right. Slant route goes to Schmelsley. Blown up. Ball game over. Reed Lucas with the smash.
Uh-oh, there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is. If that's helmet to helmet, that'd give St. John another play.
Reed Lucas just demolished him. If that's helmet to helmet, though, you're right. St. John will get 6 seconds to do something. Reed Lucas.
Drew Schmelsley may not know exactly which sideline he's looking at right now.
I mean, and you can't blame him for dropping that.
No.
Nobody's catching that football.
No.
Let's check the penalty. It came in pretty much right as that hit came in, and it did look like Reed maybe led with the helmet.
It definitely came from the back, Judge. They're discussing it now.
Now the officials told Central to back up and get away from the official huddle. St. John took that as the flag on Central. We don't know yet, so let's see. Here comes the official to tell us. All indications, though, are it's going to be on the Central Rebels for a unnecessary roughness play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, Central Rebels, and Reed Lucas, who I thought was going to be the hero about 30 seconds ago, actually extended this game for St. John. Now you have a legitimate shot to throw one in the end zone for a touchdown. That's going to put the ball on the 27-yard
line. Last play of the game. If you're Park Hill Central, make sure you do not commit another penalty here. Obviously, a game or a half or a quarter, for that matter, cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Still too far out to try a field goal. Dorouse right, Nager slot right. Schmelsley is out to the left along with Rowe. Schmelsley wide left, Rowe is slot left. Brendan Dallas is the back, and the ball is at the 20. Can't see exactly where it's spotted. I want to say it's the 27-yard line here. Are they going to bring out the field goal unit? They're changing some personnel anyway. Oh, we're going to try a field goal. Here comes Clayton Nager. So this is going to be a long field goal attempt. You're looking at
45 yards.
45 yards to tie.
And Central's not taking any chances. They're back in case of a fake.
St. John crowd comes to their feet. Here comes the snap. The kick is wide left and a little bit short, and that's how the Central Rebels win it. With 1 second on the clock, a 45-yard field goal misses to the left. Clayton Nager, you're asking a lot of that young man to kick a game-time 45-yard field goal.
Yeah, but the thing of it is Coach Stolzer and those guys had to know that that had to be in his range, or you don't even run it out there. But good effort right there by the St. John Dragons. They're going to come up a little bit short. Good game plan by both teams. Both teams were not going to get away from the running game tonight unless they absolutely had to.
Well, let's get the update from Luke Turnbow from that Fredericktown-Potosi game while we got some time. Let's go to Luke.
Potosi Trojans going to win this football game at Fredericktown High School. They are now leading 28-7. We have about a minute and 20 seconds to go. They had the short field. Fredericktown's offense gave up the ball at the 20-yard line. Lane Riddle, he ran the ball for 13 yards, and then he set up the touchdown for Aaron Vinson, the quarterback. Sneak 1 yard out into the end zone. They went for 2 to even it up to 28, and so Potosi Trojans going to win this game 28-7 over Fredericktown. A little over a minute to go in the ball game.
Thank you very much, Luke. Those updates brought to you by Walmart of Fredericktown and Potosi, BP and Potosi. 1 second on the clock for the Central Rebels. They'll take a knee and they'll go to 5-0, staying undefeated. But they were played very, very tight tonight.
They were, and a lot of positives for St. John coming out of this football game. Nice job, by their offense to score on them more than anybody else has scored this year. I definitely could see us back here in a couple weeks, Glenn, calling this same game. But we probably have to go to Park Hills Central since they will probably capture home field advantage with that win tonight.
Just a reminder, this game was seen tonight on J98 Web TV at MIMOinfo.com. Go there, click on MIMOinfo.com, and see what I'm telling you about. Big River Broadband is how we're getting that picture to you. So thanks to Big River Broadband, thanks to our Web TV sponsors and CWI of Missouri and St. John and Midwest Sports Center of Farmington. Special thanks to Capias Heating and Cooling, Presbyterian Manor, both of Farmington, Potosi Lumber Company in Potosi, Turner Chevrolet in Park Hills, and the Door Doctor at Parkland Overhead Door. We've had a couple of big drives in this ball game, but the biggest one was the Central 76-yarder that took about 8 minutes off the clock in that third quarter. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run. That made it 17-14. Nobody scored in the fourth. That big drive of the game brought to you by ProCare Automotive in Bonne Terre. And, Dusty, how huge was that, especially after St. John had gone 3 and out right out of the break?
Yeah, and we talked about it. I mean, did St. John come out a little too conservative to start the second half? I guess hindsight's always 20/20, but they get the ball, and it wasn't a short drive. They went 76 yards, ate up clock, and that was a typical, brand of Central football right there, and Corey Swice has got to be ecstatic with that.
33 carries, 180 yards unofficially with 1 touchdown for DJ Buchanan. My choice for player of the game. You disagree?
No, not at all. I mean, he went inside, he went outside, he kind of did it all. Tonight lined up at quarterback a few times, and he was the man. And when you're going to get 5-6 yards every carry, why go away from it?
Special thanks to Dunlap Automotive in Park Hills, R&T Premium Meats in St. John, the Market in Terre de Lac, Bonne Terre, M&L Electric in St. Genevieve, along with CWI of Missouri in St. John, Moore Funeral Home in Potosi, St. Genevieve Care Center in St. John, Bank of Bloomsdale, Farmer Mutual Insurance in St. Genevieve, and Deb Says So in St. Genevieve. The Central Rebels go to 5-0. They probably are going to move up the rankings a little bit further this week with a win over St. John, who was ranked just outside the top 10 coming into this one. St. John falls to 3-2, now 2-1 in the conference, tied with Potosi for second place in this conference, but St. Genevieve did beat Potosi head-to-head. Central 3-0 in the conference. We're going to throw it to the Farmington North County game next, which is on AM 800 KREI. But before we do, Dusty, I want to thank you for coming on with us tonight. You do a great job, as always. Did you have anything you wanted to add before we go to Farmington North County?
No, I appreciate it, and look forward to doing some more games with you guys. And thanks for always keeping me in mind.
Before we do, you are on KTJJ FM, Farmington, Festus, Crystal City, St. Genevieve, Park Hills tonight for the J98 Game of the Week and also J98 Web TV. For Dusty Wingert, I'm Glenn Johnson. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast as Central beat St. Genevieve 17-14 in another classic game.